guys did a good job not panicking. We had to put some guys in some spots that really they backed up other positions. We stuck them in other spots. Thought they did pretty well on the fly with all that Friday night.
You mentioned the cramping. I was going there next. What kind of things? I know you need to hydrate a little bit better, but was there anything else that you guys have talked about the kids doing to try to avoid those cramping issues coming back up?
No, I mean nothing. You know, it's the first week's a bad week for us. We're one of the few schools that start with school a week later. That first week of school is always a tough week. Most people experience that the week they scrimmage. At Glasgow, we start a week after everybody else, it seems like. So, you know, that first week is your body. Kids have been staying up late, sleeping late. Now they're having to stay up late and get up early. It's an adjustment on your body, and in that first week's always a struggle. And even the beginning, you could see that the kids were tired. But with that, you know, they just got to do a better job. They got to get the rest. We've talked about that. They've got to hydrate their body. And, you know, I don't know what happened. At halftime we came in. It was humid out that night. We came into the locker room. Maybe it was a little cool, and maybe it cooled them off a little too quick. I don't know. When we came back out and started stretching, I mean, I knew it before the second half even started. We already had kids that they could feel like they were starting to cramp. So that's just part of it, man. I mean, we can't run them no more than what we run them. I mean, and we practice fast all during practice, and it's just one of those things you just kind of got to play through and survive.
Come back in a minute. Look at the Bardstown Tigers after this on WCLD Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here to Bardstown. Joe Myers talking with Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman. His team getting set to take on the Tigers in their second game of the year. Jeff, this Bardstown team lost its season opener to what looked like a pretty good Spencer County team on the film that I watched. But last year this team was 10-2. They've got great tradition in football at Bardstown. Another challenge for your ball club, isn't it?
A lot like Russellville. I mean, they're athletic. Got a few more players, but they're athletic, and they've got a lot of speed. They're not overly big in their skilled positions, the guys that can hurt you. But they have one player in Montrez Rayleigh who plays a little bit of quarterback, plays some receiver. He's as good as we're going to face all year. And then a receiver, number 2, Kamari Phillips. Their tailbacks are a little bit smaller kids, but extremely fast. So we've got to set the edge out there and not let them hurt us outside. And we got to continue to play physical on defense. And I think people, I don't know if they were surprised or not from the performance that our defense gave last week, if they went and watched the scrimmage and the difference between the scrimmage and the actual game. You know, scrimmages are like practice to us. We don't put a lot of thought, don't put a lot into it. But I said all along, if this defensive unit will get lined up right, and what we did the other night was relatively simple, but if we'll get lined up right and execute what we're trying to ask them to do, we could have a very good defensive football team. I've said that all along, and I thought Friday night our kids played pretty well on the defensive side.
Talking about the Rayleigh kid that you mentioned there, he started the game against Spencer County at quarterback, maybe 1 or 2 series at the most, and they put a freshman in by the last name of Clark. I assume maybe the coach's son, possibly. I don't know. But, then they moved Rayleigh to wide receiver. Do you expect to see both of those kids? Have you all kind of prepared to see both those kids at quarterback, or kind of what's your best guess as to what you might see?
My best guess is we're going to know where number 10 is at all times. He's pretty good, and we're going to try to, contain him, not let him beat us and make some other kids beat us. But number 10 is an excellent football player, not overly big, but he's got good feet, hard to tackle. Tackling, is what I worry about the most going into a game like this. They run a little different. They're going to be no huddle, something we haven't seen. It's not like our no huddle where it's not a fast tempo, but it's no huddle, and it's something we have to adjust to. Bardstown's a traditional program, and Coach Clark does a great job with them, and it's our first road game. A lot of variables in all this, and we'll have to play good football and execute to go up there and pull out a victory.
You mentioned it's not the up-tempo type offense you all run, but it is a spread-type offense. The fact that your defense sees that all the time in practice, Jeff, going against your offense, does that make any advantage for your defense in that kind of situation?
Well, I think it does, and I think it don't. I mean, a lot of the times when it's not our number one defense going against our number one offense I wish we had the luxury to do it that way, but it's not always the case. But these are things that we've been working on all summer, these types of teams where you do a lot of passing scrimmages, and kind of the base looks that you get out of that is kind of how you're going to play out. But we just got to continue to play physical. I mean, I think physicality is where the name of the game is, and in football, you've got to be physical. You got to find people to hit, and it's got to be a rough style game. And the teams that do that, I think, are very successful.
In looking at the Bardstown defense, watching that film last week against Spencer County gashed them for some big runs, Jeff. Was that something about the Bardstown defense and the way they play it, or was you just give credit for Spencer County to that?
Well, Spencer County's got a kid that has signed with Purdue, so let's give them credit. They've got a pretty good player, and he was doing most of the gashing. So I don't know if we have anybody, that Purdue's looking at as far as who we got running the ball and catching the ball and all that stuff. I hope we do on down the road. I hope Purdue comes knocking on our door. But Spencer County gave them some problems, and Spencer County is a good football team. They run like a wing-type look and a lot of outside runs, and they were able to get on the perimeter. I like Bardstown's defense, though. They play like a 4-4. The linebackers at second tier are some really physical football players. So, I've said all along that I thought our offensive line was the strength of our team. We pushed out 200 yards rushing last week. We got more in us, and we can clean up some holding penalties. And a lot of those penalties, as bad as I hate to say it, they probably were some holding penalties out there. And they've got to do a better job at their targets that they aim for, keeping their hands inside, not get them outside the pads. Because when they got outside the pads, those guys call them. And we got to do a better job cleaning that up.
How are we looking on the injury front this week, Jeff?
We look okay. We played the second half last week without Andrew Carter, and he's going to be more of a game time decision. More than likely, we'll hold him out if we can, and get Andrew back out there next week. But other than that, we were pretty solid. Andrew's a big key to our defense, but we just got to put the next guy in there, and we just got to keep plugging right along.
Good luck tonight, Jeff.
Thank you.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman. When we come back, Coach Corey Meadows and Bruce Dubuque will join me, and we'll talk more about the matchup between the Scotties and the Bardstown Tigers here in Bardstown. We're back after this on WCLD Sports.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
As an HVAC services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday, they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football. Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
Joe Myers, along with Coach Corey Meadows, Bruce Trevue, back here with you at Bardstown High School, where the Scotties and the Tigers of Bardstown about to kick things off in a matter of minutes. Scotties 1-0, Bardstown 0-1, and Bruce's Glasgow Ball Club coming off a nice win last week on their opener against Russellville. Struggled a little bit offensively in the second half. Defense, though, was outstanding the whole night.
Yeah, and Coach Garman discussed that. You know, I think some penalties and some things like that stopped some drives. I personally told some people I thought, you know, we were probably another touchdown or two better than Russellville, really. You know, we gave up one on offense because of a penalty. We gave them great field position, and then we fumbled that. But, you know, I thought defensively, I thought we had improved quite a bit from the scrimmage. And the offense is because it's really new, and it's going to take a little time to develop, but the elements are there.
Yeah, a lot of new faces on that offense this year, and Coach Meadows, of course, you being the former football coach here at Glasgow High School, a couple things that the team struggled a little bit with last week. They had a few too many penalties. Didn't do a great job of catching the football at times, probably had 4 or 5 drops. As a coach in practice, are those things you talk about during practice throughout the week, or do you just kind of just let it lay low and hope it'll get better?
I don't think you spend that much time on it as far as talking about it. I think you just work on those things. You work on technique in the offensive line, and you work on catching the ball every day. So I think both of those areas will work themselves out. Our offensive line, I think, has got a lot of ability. I don't know how much depth we're going to have, but our front line people have played a lot of snaps, all with the exception of our center. Now, our center, first-year man, and he hadn't had too much experience, but the rest of them had had quite a bit. So I think offensive line is our true strength. And then our quarterback, his first opportunity to play there in 2 years, and I thought he played pretty well considering hadn't played in a long time. So I think overall, I think everybody's satisfied.
Had some cramping issues crop up, Bruce, first game of the year. You see that sometimes. I know Jeff said they've told the kids, hydrate a little bit better going into this week. And certainly you hope that maybe that was just an opening game thing and things kind of calmed down very low. For this time of year, at least, very low humidity tonight. It's not real hot, so hopefully that won't be a problem this evening.
I hope it's not. I mean, it hurt us some. I think we got tired and the cramps, in the second half, and that's probably one reason we didn't perform quite as well on offense. But the situation, I've seen some parents, and their children or the players are working on that. And it's cooler this Friday than it was last Friday, and there's a nice breeze. But, I mean, we need to keep hydrated during the game, too. They want to, when they're out, taking breaks, get water and stay hydrated.
That defense last week, Coach, was outstanding. Allowed 141 yards and only 6 points. Of course, Bardstown ended up with 13, but 7 of those points came off of a bad punt snap that was recovered into the end zone, so the defense only allowed 6 points. In the second half, only 21 total yards and 0 points allowed. So that'll win you a lot of ball games to play like that, won't it?
Defense has been outstanding. We didn't play that well in the scrimmage, but we stepped up last Friday night and played very well. We've got some size up front, and when you got size, it causes problems, especially if your linebackers can run and tackle, and if your corners and your safeties can run and tackle, then it puts you in a pretty good position.
Senior Severio Rescantelio last week, Bruce, was terrific on both sides of the football. He rushed for 101 yards. He had 9 tackles. Both of those led the team. He's one of your senior leaders, and you hate to say you expect that kind of performance out of him every week, but, boy, you almost do, don't you?
Well, you do, and Severio, he's not the biggest kid, probably not the strongest kid, probably not the fastest kid, but he's the kind of player that a coach loves to have. I mean, every snap, it's 110%. I mean, he gives it every snap, and if you get everybody on that same page, you're going to have success.
You mentioned Dalvin Smith, Coach, 11 of 22 last week, 141 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's good to see him, number one, get through the game without the injury. I'm sure it had to be in his mind a little bit, maybe. He's had so many injury problems the last couple of years to be able to go out there and get hit, get into the flow of the ball game, and realize everything was going to be okay. Dalvin, at quarterback, is a kid who I think has tremendous potential and should only really get better as the season goes along.
I think he definitely will get better as the season goes along. But you remember when he, on the kickoff, he turned his ankle.
Oh, he did. That's why he whiffed, huh? I wondered about that.
Turned his left ankle and was trying to kick it with the right one. So he didn't get through without an injury, but he had at least 4 or 5 drops.
Yeah.
So he could have had an outstanding game. But I think as he matures at his position, learns how to make the touch pass, learns to zip it when he has to, and he throws the long ball pretty well. So I think he's got all the possibilities of having an outstanding year.
You may have heard Coach Garman talking about injuries for this week. Everybody's good except for Andrew Carter. He was going to be a game-time decision when we talked to Jeff yesterday, but I don't think Andrew is dressed and will play tonight. I see him down there to our right now. He is not dressed, so the Scotties will have to make up for Andrew's absence. But you look at this Bardstown team, Bruce, and this is a program that has just had tremendous success in football. They're always good in football.
They, for a Class A school, their numbers are usually maybe down to 3A. Well, they used to be an A, but they always have good numbers. Back when they were single A, though, they used to dress. You come up here and they have 80 people, 85 players dressed. I think their numbers down a little, and from what I understand, they play a lot of sophomores and freshmen, and it's sort of like the situation with the Scotties was a couple of years ago. That line, a lot of those linemen were sophomores, and they've taken their lumps. And I think if you talk to most of the people here, they say it's a rebuilding year for them.
Teams are down on the field for the toss of the coin, so we're going to throw things down to our referee, David Simpson, and he's going to go through the coin toss with us down there.
If we sit here, we're going to throw a flag and stay sideline. Your job as captain is to make sure that happens for us, all right? You know your teammates. Get in there and get them back in that hole as quick as you can. Nothing will happen, all right? All right, you're the visiting team on the scoreboard. I'm going to ask you to toss the coin before we flip it. That job, we're going to flip it again. I'm going to ask you to repeat what he says, all right? Guys, the referee's heads, football's tails. What do you want to call, sir? What do you call? Tails it is. All right, it's tails. Glasgow, you've won the toss. Your options are receive, defer, defend. You want the football. We'll receive. Which way you guys want to kick first pass? All right, white come to me, purple go to him. All right, we're going to receive on this end. Gentlemen, we don't have a clock. We'll keep you in touch on the time, okay?
You just heard Mr. David Simpson there, the referee, saying that Glasgow won the toss and they have elected to receive. You also heard him mention that we do not have a clock on the scoreboard here. It is malfunctioning, so we'll do our very best to keep you up on the time. But we won't be able to give that to you probably quite as often as we normally try to do so. So let's give you the starting lineup for the two teams. First for the Bardstown Tiger offense, at right tackle, it's Evan Roby, a 6'3", 230 senior. Right guard is Shane Lucas, a 5'11", 205 senior. At center, Andrew Pullman, 6 foot 155 and a sophomore. The left guard is William Fulkerson, a 6'1", 345 junior. The left tackle, Jared Bruner, a 6'2", 250 senior. Wide receivers are Kamari Phillips, a 6 foot 165 senior. Isaac Kaiser, a 6 foot 157 sophomore. Andrew Mason, a 5'11", 190 senior. Running backs are Trey Roney, a 6'3", 205 junior, and Lamar Payne, a 5'4", 140 senior, and the quarterback Montrez Rayleigh, a 5'10", 170 senior. Defensively for Bardstown, the nose guard is Sean Armstrong, a 5'10", 195 senior. The tackles are Jared Bruner and Jeremiah Odom. Odom, a 5'8", 247 senior. Linebackers are Isaac Kaiser, Drew Mason, Trey Roney, and Elijah Rogers. Rogers, a 5'10", 190 sophomore. Cornerbacks, Lamar Payne and Markel Conaway. He's a 5'5", 132 senior is Conaway. Strong safety, Montrez Rayleigh. Free safety, Jeremy Henson, a 5'10", 150 sophomore. Head coach for Bardstown, David Clark, in his 11th season. He's got a record of 71-49. For the Scotties on offense, at left tackle, Tanner Bowles, a 6'5", 275 junior. Left guard, Connor Cassidy, 6 foot 240 and a senior. Center is Garrison Page, 5'9", 195 senior. Right guard, Peyton Gibbons, a 6 foot 238 junior. Right tackle, Connor Taylor, 6'3", 270 and a junior. Tight end, Gavin Bird, 6'3", 215 senior. Wide receivers are Jaden Franklin and Griffin Murphy. Jaden, a 6 foot 200-pound sophomore. Murphy, a 5'9", 150 senior. The other wide receiver, Chris Horn, a 6'3", 165 junior. Running back, Silverio Rescantelio, a 5'9", 190 senior. Quarterback, Dalvin Smith, 6'2", 175 and a senior. We'll give the Glasgow defense for you in just a moment. Let's tell you that the Scotty head coach is Jeff Garman. In his third season, he's 15-9 through his first 2 seasons and a game. Assistants for the Scotties are James McReynolds, Stephen Buford, Blaze Tylicki, Jamar Lindsay, Cameron Garman, and Tyler Pitcock. Bardstown in purple uniforms with gold numerals and letters, gold helmets. Glasgow in white tops, blue pants, blue numerals and letters, blue helmets with a white Scotty paw on the side. Trey Roney kicks it away for the Scotties, and it is fielded by Dante Oates. He'll bring it up across the 30 up near the 35-yard line. Penalty on the play. So a block in the back called on the Scotties, the initial indication.
Getting the return. Block in the back. Return team. Penalty 10 yards to spot the foul. First down.
So the Scotties will open the game first down and 10 at their own 18 or 17-yard line. Let's see where they mark it off from. Going to put it down to the 18-yard line. Dalvin Smith sets up in shotgun. Rescantelio, the running back, to his left. 2 wideouts each way for the Scotties. It's a 3-man defensive front for Bardstown. Here's the handoff to Rescantelio. Severio gets a yard or 2 before being pushed backwards by a pile of Bardstown defenders, and the referee just hit the ground hard. They ran into him, and he landed pretty hard on his backside. Let's hope he is okay.
Number 23, Elijah Rogers, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore on the initial hit.
Scotty's playing that up-tempo offense, 2 wideouts each way. Rescantelio again the running back to the left of Smith. Here's the snap. Dalvin looks right, now throws left. It's a slip screen, and it's overthrown. Intended that time for Jaden Franklin. Looked like it was set up pretty well, but Dalvin just overthrew it a little bit. 3rd down and 8 for the Scotties. Again, twin wideouts each way. Rescantelio to the left of Smith in the shotgun. Bardstown showing blitz, and they're coming off the left side. Dalvin has plenty of time. Throws over the middle man, wide open, overthrown, and should have been intercepted. Boy, Gavin Bird was wide open out of the 35-yard line, but again, back-to-back passes overthrown by Dalvin Smith, and the Scotties will have to punt it away on 4th down and 8.
And was quite a bit overthrown, not just a little. Minutes, 11 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Bardstown about to get the football for the first time. A high spiraling kick off the foot of Dalvin Smith will bounce at the 48-yard line and take a Bardstown roll back across the 50, and will be down at the Glasgow 46-yard line, it looks like. So excellent field position for the Bardstown Tigers as they will start their first drive of the game in Glasgow territory. That ball would have turned over for him. It would have been a 40-yard punt. Bardstown starts this drive with 11:03 to go in the first quarter. Rayleigh in pistol formation puts a man in motion. That's Rogers. They give it off to the tailback, and that's going to be Jeremiah Odom on the run, and he'll get very short yardage as he took it up the middle, maybe for a yard to the 45, it looks like. Looks like Severio and Bird on the hit. Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9. A wide out each way. Rayleigh in shotgun. He has Odom lined up to his right this time. A wing back on each side of the formation as well. Scotties with a 4-man front. Here's the snap. Rayleigh to throw, looking to the right side. It's overthrown and incomplete. So right now, both quarterbacks having trouble overthrowing the football. I wonder if that's jitters, or is that related to that crown out there? Pretty high crown on the field. At least it looks, I didn't go on the field, but it looks pretty high from up here in the press box. 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. A wide out each way, a wing back each way as well. Rayleigh in shotgun. Got Odom lined up to his left this time. Rayleigh barking out the signals, calls for the snap. Rayleigh has time, looks over the middle. It is going to be dropped, incomplete. Intended that time for Gray Clark, a 6', 155 freshman. So both teams going 3 and out on their opening possessions. 4th down and 9. Trey Riney will go into punt formation for the Tigers. Griffin Murphy back deep for the Scotties, standing around his 10-yard line. Good snap to Riney. He gets it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. Kicks it away from Murphy. Bounces at the 16 and will go into the end zone. Almost went out of bounds right there in the corner before it got into the end zone. So Scotties catch a bit of a break right there. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And we want to thank our Century Club members again for their support this season. And Century Club members will have our
10-10 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team on the board yet. Each team has gone 3 and out on its opening possession. Smith in shotgun has Dante Oates to his right in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Dante on a sweep around the left side, trying to get the corner. He does. He gets hit at the 24 and pushed backwards, but he'll gain about 4 yards to the 24-yard line. Should be 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Number 34 made the hit, Tong, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore.
2nd and 6 for the Scotties. Oates to the right of Smith, trips to the left side this time for the Scotties. Jaden Franklin, Chris Horn, the only wide out to the right. Here's a quarterback keeper for Smith, has to make a man miss in the backfield. He will fall forward for a couple of yards up to the 26, it looks like. Well, they give him just 1 yard to the 25, so 3rd and 5 coming up.
Number 22, Tyrell Cutler, made the hit.
Trips to the near side, a single wide out left, a straight quarterback sweep for Smith. He's got room around the left side, 40, 45, 50, 45, back to the middle of the field, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Scotty.
Oh.
7 down, Smith, a 75-yard touchdown run.
That's how you do it, Coach.
That's how you do it. I thought they would probably run him a little bit more this week. He got his feet wet last week, and looked like that was a quarterback sweep.
Yeah, it's just a straight quarterback sweep around the left end. You're right. So the Scotties go on top 6-0 with 9:05 to go in the opening quarter. A 75-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith, the Scotties starting quarterback. Noah Howard on for the PAT. The kick is up, and it's close. It is just good inside the left upright. So the Scotties with a 7-0 lead over Bardstown. 9:05 to go in the opening quarter. We're back after this on WCOU Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Scotties go on a 3-play, 80-yard drive, took 105. The longest play of the drive was the touchdown run. It was Dalvin Smith with a 75-yard quarterback sweep around the left end. Noah Howard adds the extra point. It's 7-zip Glasgow with 9:05 to go in the opening quarter here in Bardstown. Howard on to kick it away. Logan and Riney back deep for Bardstown. Logan will come up and field it, and he went down to a knee to field it. So it looked like he was right around the 15-yard line when he caught that football. We'll see where they put it down officially.
Just in, that's the 14 and 15.
And still haven't spotted it yet.
I believe it's going to be about the 15, Joe.
I thought it was right around the 15 when he put his knee down, and that's where they're going to put it. So the Tigers will start at their own 15-yard line with Glasgow on top, 7-0. 9:05 to go in the opening quarter. Rayleigh in shotgun formation. He has Jeremiah Odom to his left, a wide out each way and a wing back each way. Scotty's in a 5-man defensive front this time. Here's a sweep around the left end up to the 20-yard line, and that's about it. If I can pick up the number on the run, 25 on the run. That's Lamar Payne, 5'4", 140 senior.
And Chase Jones on the tackle.
Pick up 4 yards to the 19-yard line. 2nd down, 6 for the Tigers. Odom to the right of Rayleigh this time. Trips to the far side of the field. The single wide out to the left is Kamari Phillips. Rayleigh taking his time here. Now they're going to pistol formation as Odom backs up behind Rayleigh. Rayleigh going to hand it off to Odom, and he has nowhere to go. He might have gotten a yard. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's a big body at 5'8", 247, so he did manage to get his forward momentum to gain a yard, maybe 2. It looks like 2 to the 21-yard line, Coach.
He was tackled by number 30, Severio Rescantelio.
3rd down and 4 for Bardstown. Trips to the far side. Again, Phillips the lone wide out to the left. Odom is the running back as Rayleigh looks to the Bardstown sideline to get the play call. Now Odom moves over to the left of Rayleigh. Rayleigh calls for the snap. Wants to throw over the middle. It is batted around and intercepted, I think. Did Dante have it? He does.
Got it.
Dante Oates catches it off the deflection, and Glasgow will take possession in Bardstown territory at the 37-yard line.
Tip drill came in handy.
I think they're going to put it down to 38, Coach, or the 38, Bruce. You're right, Coach. You do that all the time in practice, don't you?
Yes.
So 1st and 10 for the Scotties as they take over now at the Bardstown 38-yard line. Smith in shotgun, looking to throw. Down the left side, he's got Griffin Murphy, but it's deflected as the ball was just a little bit underthrown. If Dalvin's able to get it out there and hit Griffin on the run, that's going to be 6.
He was a little late.
Yep.
The ball just got there late. Griffin was open, the ball just didn't get there in time. Good execution, though, by the receiver and the quarterback.
Bruce, how much time was on the clock when this drive started? Thank you, sir. Yeah, we don't have a functioning scoreboard here tonight, so we're just trying to keep up with it. The official time is being kept here in the press box. Here's Severio Rescantelio. He breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's got the 35, still driving ahead to the 30-yard line. Strong run that time by the senior, Severio Rescantelio.
Tackled by number 23, Elijah Rogers.
A pickup of 8 yards to the 30, where it's 3rd down and 2 for the Scotties. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio to the right. He'll give it to Rescantelio. Nice hole off the left side. He's got his 1st down. The flag goes down in the area of holding, so that one's probably going to come back. For the time being, Silverio's down around the 22-yard line.
Good effort by the running back there. Severio ran hard.
Holding is the initial indication.
And that was a trap play.
Here's our referee, David Simpson, with the call.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards for the foul. Replay, down number 3.
The other officials, by the way, the umpires John Poe, the linesman Darrell Brown, line judge Martez Nix, back judge Stuart Hawkins. They're out of the Mid-Kentucky Officials Association. The second Glasgow penalty for 20 yards as that one backs them up to the Bardstown 35-yard line where it's 3rd down and 7. Trips to the near side, a single wide out left. Smith in shotgun. Oates is the running back. Smith looking down the left sideline for Jaden Franklin. It is caught at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotty. Coach, we saw that last week. Jaden just got that size. You just kind of throw it up there to him, and he goes to get it.
Number 22 was the man that was defending, and that is, let me find him, 22, Tyler Cutler.
And that'll be
I said Tyler, Tyrell.
That'll be a 35-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Jaden Franklin. Howard on for the extra point try. It looked like Bardstown might have got a piece of it, but it still managed to get over the crossbar just barely. So it's a 14-0 lead with 6:33 to go here in the opening quarter.
And Joe Franklin is a offensive weapon. He just runs down full speed, throw the ball up, and he goes up and gets it. And if you're a defensive back, what do you do?
Had 2 touchdowns last week against Russellville, so his 3rd touchdown catch of the season already. For Dalvin Smith, it's his 4th touchdown pass of the year. Glasgow off to a very good start here in Bardstown, leading 14-0 with 6:33 to go in the opening quarter. That touchdown coming off of an interception by Dante Oates. It set the Scotties up at the Bardstown 38. That's a 3-play, 35-yard drive that took 59 seconds. 35-yard pass from Dalvin Smith to Jaden Franklin. Noah Howard adds the extra point.
Time of possession, not too great, but when you're scoring, you don't have to worry about time of possession.
You do not. So Dalvin Smith will come on to kick it away. Briney and Logan again back deep for Bardstown. Smith gets it away. It's an end-over-end kick, fielded at the 11-yard line. Here's Logan on a reverse. He's got the 15, the 20, now gives up ground, back to the 17, and he will be taken down before he reaches the 25-yard line.
Number 30, Silverio Rescantelio.
The flag down in the middle of the field, so let's see what this is all about.
As many times as he changed direction, probably got a block in the back.
Personal foul called on Bardstown. Let's see what Mr. Simpson tells us here on the microphone.
During the return, personal foul, 34 on the return team. The thing's 15 yards from the run, first down.
It'll end up being half the distance as they will move the football to the 12-yard line. So first down and 10 for Bardstown at their own 12 with 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. And at quarterback, Brady Clark, a 5'8", 130 freshman. We saw this against Spencer County last week. They moved Rayleigh out to wide receivers, so Bardstown fell behind early in that ball game as well. We'll see what Clark can get done here as the signal caller. Shotgun formation. He'll throw to the right side. The pass a little bit overthrown. Not too bad, though. It's probably a ball that Kamari Phillips should have caught.
Had a little zip on that ball.
He did. Brady Clark is the son of Bardstown head coach David Clark, again, a 5'8", 130 freshman. He looks like a freshman back there.
He does. And the grandson of the former Garnett Sam Clark.
Clark in shotgun. Now two actually in pistol formation. Now he will go into shotgun as the back will line up on either side of him. A wing back on the right side. Well, now we're back to the pistol as Odom moves back in behind Clark. He's going to give it off to Payne. Payne takes it off right tackle, and he'll get positive yardage up near the 15-yard line before being brought down.
Tackled by number 79, Chase Jones, his second hit of the night.
Pick up a free, 3rd and 7 for the Tigers at their own 15. Scotty's leading 14-0 with 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Clark in shotgun, Odom to his left. Two receivers right, one left, a wing back on the left side as well. Clark to throw under heavy pressure, gets it away though, man, wide open, and it's underthrown. Boy, Scotty's catch a break right there as Lamar Payne caught the Scotty secondary sleeping. He just went right down the seam right there, was wide open, but Clark underthrew it.
Tough throw by Clark. He should have thrown the ball just a little earlier before the guy got down the field 30 yards. Could have had a completion.
Trey Ronnie in to kick it away. Griffin Murphy waiting on the kick at midfield. Ronnie gets it off, end over ender. Again, kicked away from Murphy, kind of takes a neutral bounce and then takes a little bit of a Bardstown roll. And it'll be down right between the 45 and 46-yard lines in Glasgow territory. "40-yard punt that time by Ronnie with no return. 5:28 to go in the opening quarter. Scotty's on top. By score 14-0 as they take it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Twin wideouts each way. Smith in shotgun. Oates is the running back. They'll give it to Dante. Started up the middle, then cut to the left side, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 48-yard line, it appears.
Number 22, Tyrell Cutler, only hit his 3rd tackle of the night.
2nd down, 7 for the Scotties. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Oates to the left of Smith. Three-man front for the Tigers. Dalvin wants to throw, has all day, and I mean all day. Now throws left. The flag goes down. This is probably coming back. The pass caught by Oates. He's got his first down for now into Bardstown territory to the 35, 34-yard line, but two flags went down right in the same area. And when your quarterback has that much time, flags go down, you almost guarantee somebody was holding right there, and that is the indication. So wipe out the first down. The flag is resting at the 45-yard line.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards, spot the foul. Replay 2.
So you would think they're going to put the ball back around the 35, and actually they'll put it down at the 34-yard line. Already the third Glasgow penalty in this first quarter for 30 yards. Again, they had 13 for 104 last week. We see Griffin Murphy now set up in the backfield to the left of Smith, Rescantelio to the right of Smith. And a little swing pass out to Murphy out of the backfield. He's got the 35 to 40. Jumps over a man as he gets back up near the 45-yard line. Or they're going to say stepped out of bounds, I think, back around the 40 it looks like. Yep, that's the call. Pick up 6 yards to the 40-yard line. It'll be third down and 15.
Looks like number 4, Jeremy Henson on the spot.
Two receivers to each side. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio the back to his left. Third and 15 for Glasgow at its own 40. Smith has the football under a little bit of pressure. Steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to be sacked back around the 30. First sack of the night for the Bardstown defense. Moves the football back to the 30-yard line for a loss of 10 yards there.
Number 51, Jared Bruner on the hit.
Fourth down 24 for the Scotties here, and they'll have to punt it away, obviously. Braley and Logan are deep, waiting on the kick. Smith in to punt it away. Dalvin gets it off. It's an end-over-ender. Braley makes the catch at the 33-yard line, gets to the 35, now reverses field, trying to find some open field, trying to get to the corner, being chased by Gavin Bird, and he will be run out of bounds at the 45. No, he stayed in bounds, they say. And now he's going to get into Glasgow territory across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Boy, how did Braley avoid stepping out of bounds right here on the near sideline?
Boy, it looked like a clip right there on Severio. The guy never had his head in front.
Severio pops up, though. He's all right. No kid.
And as the ball was fielded, Joe, we had a block in the back was not called.
What's the time, Bruce? 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Bardstown takes over for the second time tonight in Glasgow territory. They were not able to take advantage the first time. This time they got it at the Glasgow 39-yard line. And timeout going to be taken by Scotty head coach Jeff Garman, it looks like.
Timeout. Defense. Their first charge, timeout.
3:20 left in the opening quarter. Glasgow 14, Bardstown nothing. Back up to this on WCLU Sports.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
That punt by Dalvin Smith was a 36-yarder, a 28-yard return for Montrez Rayleigh. Sets Bardstown up at the Glasgow 39-yard line, first down and 10, with 3:20 to go in the opening quarter. Scotty's on top, 14-0. Clark back in at quarterback in shotgun formation. Odom going to line up at his left. Two receivers each way. Four-man front for the Scotties. Clark has the football. Looking left. Now steps up in the pocket. Looks like he's going to try to run it. He just gives himself up. I'm not sure he intended to go down right there, but he did. He's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 41-yard line. Second down 12 coming up.
Had a little running room. He's taking it.
Coach, give a sack to whoever was closest to him right there. Did you see who it was, maybe?
I don't think anyone's close to him.
Well,
15.
Give it to Gavin Bird.
Bird would have been the closest one, probably.
A back on either side of Clark. Receiver each way. The wing back set up on the left side. Clark going to hand it off to Logan. Starts left, cuts back to the middle, and finds very little room. They're going to give him the 40-yard line or so.
Tackle, excuse me.
Go ahead, Coach.
Tackle by Rescon Peleo.
Going to put it down at the 39, I think, instead of the 40. So a 2-yard pickup. It's 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Chase Jones is also in on that tackle.
Clark in shotgun. A wing back on each side. Empty backfield here on 3rd and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Glasgow in a nickel defense here with 3 down linemen. Actually, only 2 down linemen here. And Clark nearly fumbles it as he tries some play action, and his pass is dropped out here near the 30-yard line. It would have been shy of the first down anyway. The intended target was Montrez Rayleigh. He was going down right where he caught it if he does catch it.
Little circle go. 23 was wide open up the sideline.
4-down territory here for Bardstown as they'll go for it on 4th and 10 at the Glasgow 39.
Our defensive corner took the curl man. He should have been getting depth and picking up the guy up the sideline.
A wide out and a wing back each way. Now Logan goes in motion to the right. And here's a pass caught at the 25-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down. So the Scotties give up 4th down and 10 as the intended receiver, I should say, is Elijah Rogers, and he is taken down at the 11-yard line.
Dalvin Smith on the tackle along with number 8, Tanner Abernathy.
Coach, they went right back to the receiver you said it was open just on the previous play.
Yep. It was there.
A wide out each way, a wing back each way. Clark in shotgun formation, Odom to his left. Clark handles the snap, pumps, now throws. It's tipped up into the air and incomplete.
Yep.
Intended that time for Will Logan.
Nick Mitchell on the breakup.
The flag down. It looks like it may be against Glasgow. Bardstown players are clapping. Apparently somebody hit the quarterback late.
Throw to the passer. Defense. Half of this to the goal. First down.
And again, penalties hurting Glasgow. 4 penalties in the first quarter for 35 yards. The Scotties are going to burn their second time out of the half. 14-0 Glasgow late in the first quarter, but Bardstown threatening. They've got it 1st and goal at the 9. Back after this on WCLD Sports.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Back here at Bardstown High School, it's going to be 1st and goal. Well, actually, now they've moved the football back out just outside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st down and 10 for Bardstown. Ball resting just outside the 10, so they can get a first down, but it would be very difficult. Might as well, for all intents and purposes, say it's 1st and goal. A wide out goes each way. Clark in shotgun, Odom to his left. He's got a wing back on each side of the formation as well. Clark looking around, now looking over at the Bardstown sideline. Clark taking his time getting this play off. Now he calls for the snap. Looking over the middle, the pass is incomplete. His intended target never looked for the football. Elijah Rogers coming off the line of scrimmage from the wingback spot was the intended target, but never saw it coming.
Never turned around.
Incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers, just outside the Glasgow 10-yard line.
We did have 3 defensive players right by him.
Clark with a wide out a back on each side of him and a wide out each way as well. Clark going to give it off to Logan on a sweep around the right side, following the blocker into the hole. He'll get it down close to the 5-yard line, and a flag comes in late.
Tackle by number 26, Nick Mitchell.
Let's see what the hanky is all about on the field. The officials talking about it. And here's the call. We think.
There's 2 penalties on the play. They're both dead ball, personal fouls. One on the defense, one on the offense. They'll offset, 3rd down.
Well, there you go. It's a dead ball foul, so they do count the down. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers just outside the 5-yard line. A 5-yard pickup for Logan. 45 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Glasgow on top, 14-0. Clark having a hard time getting the play call, I think. Now he has it. Goes and sets up in shotgun. Odom to his left. Trips to the right side. A single wide out to the left side. Clark to throw. Looking left. Pumps. Now throws into the end zone. It is going to be knocked down. Great defensive play that time by Dalvin Smith. He stuck right with Montrez Raley and knocked it down.
That's what happened. He was in good position. In fact, the offensive player was in a better position than Dalvin. Dalvin just jumped up and knocked it down.
So we'll see Trey Riney come on to attempt a field goal here of 23 yards. T resting at the 13, it looks like. Good snap. Hold is down. The kick is away, and the kick is good. And Bardstown's on the scoreboard. So Glasgow 14, Bardstown 3. 17 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. We're back up for this on WCOU Sports.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Joe Myers, Coach Corey Meadows, Bruce Dubuque back here with you in Bardstown, where Bardstown has gotten on the scoreboard with a 23-yard field goal from Trey Riney. It ends a 8-play, 39-yard drive. It took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. It's 14-3 Scotty, 17 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Riney's kick is a low line driver. It'll bounce at the 15 and be fielded by Abernathy, I think that is. He's got it up across the 25 to the 30. Now back to the middle of the field, 35-40. He's got some room. 45-50, 45-40. Down the left sideline he goes. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Back to the middle of the field, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tanner Abernathy.
Hey, Tanner showed us a little speed on that play.
He sure did. That's sophomore, 6'1", 165 sophomore Tanner Abernathy on the kickoff return. It'll go down officially as a 85-yard kickoff return for Abernathy. Now 20-3 in favor of the Scotties. Late stages of the first quarter. Matter of fact, that is the end of the first quarter. That play took the remaining 17 seconds of the quarter. Again, we're operating without a clock here, without a scoreboard, so we're just doing the best we can to keep you up on the time. Noah Howard in to attempt the extra point, and it is no good, they say.
No good. Boy, that looks good.
Looks perfect from here. And Noah Howard looking at the officials like, what? Noah thought it was good.
That was right down the middle.
Well, that's what I thought, Coach. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Okay, I got you. We'll see what this is.
It's a 5-yard penalty, whatever. Must be procedure.
Before the kick, false start, kicking team, penalty's 5 yards, we'll do the retry.
So that'll move the extra point back to make it a 26-yard extra point. Griffin Murphy gets a snap down. This kick is going to be wide left. So the score will remain 20-3 in Glasgow's favor as we have come to the end of the first quarter of play. Back to Bardstown after this on WCLU Sports.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Stats in that first quarter, Glasgow leading 20-3 over Bardstown. Each team with 2 first downs. Scotty's with 84 yards rushing, 41 through the air, a total of 125. Bardstown 15 yards rushing, 28 passing, a total of 43. Bardstown has the only turnover of the night. That was an interception by Glasgow's Dante Oates. Scotty's penalized 4 times for 35 yards in that first quarter. That's really the only negative in that quarter. 1 penalty on Bardstown for 15 yards. Scotty's had it 16 plays, 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Bardstown 19 plays, 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Get the penalties cleaned up, Coach. That was a great quarter.
Great quarter.
Dalvin Smith on to kick it away. And it goes off the side of his foot and bounces off of one of the up men for Bardstown, and he'll just fall on it right around the 47-yard line. So, again, Bardstown is going to have terrific field position, but all they've gotten out of it so far is 3 points. They'll take over this time at their own 47. I did not see who put on it, Bruce. I'm sorry. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 47-yard line. Clark still in it, quarterback. He goes into shotgun formation. Rayleigh's going to line up in the backfield with him this time. And he'll set up behind Clark. So Clark in the pistol now with 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Play clock at 5. Clark finally snaps it with 2 on the clock, looking to the left to throw, as all day. Now under some pressure, steps up, runs away from it, rolls out to the right. His pass is low, and they're going to say it was caught. That's Kamari Phillips who makes the catch in Glasgow territory at the 49-yard line. 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. Bardstown running some new personnel onto the field here, Coach.
Looks like Bardstown's really trying to slow the game down.
They really are.
Milking the clock.
Yeah.
And
Clark in pistol formation, wants to throw, and now just throws it into the ground. The target that time was Montrez Rayleigh.
Number 10, right.
It'll be 3rd down and 6. I believe it was Severio Rescantelio that was putting, or not Severio, but Aurelius Rescantelio who was putting the pressure on Clark that time and forced him to throw that football away. 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers at the Glasgow 49. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Clark to throw. On a slant pattern, it is dropped by Kamari Phillips. Ryan Jones there on the coverage for the Scotties. See what Coach Clark decides to do here. 4th down and 6 at the Glasgow 49. His team already down 20-3, but they're going to send in the punting unit. Trey Riney going to drop back into punt formation. Griffin Murphy will go back deep for the Scotties. They have kicked it away from Murphy every time so far. Of course, Griffin has tremendous speed, so nobody wants to let him have the football in the open field. They kick it away from him again. It'll bounce at the 30-yard line and go out of bounds before it reaches the 25, I believe.
Like the 20.
I'm sorry, it went out of bounds
Like
inside the 20. It bounced to the 20 instead of the 30. My
It's like
apologies.
the 19 or 18, Joe. I take it back.
Just looked at the field wrong.
He's going to put it to 20.
What's the time remaining, Bruce? Did you hear? 11:02 left to go in the second quarter. Scotties will take over at their own 22, did you guys say? Is that right?
No,
on 20?
on
Okay.
20.
Smith in shotgun, back to his right. 2 wide outs each way. Dalvin sets up a slip screen for Griffin to Murphy. Griffin's got the 25, he's got the 30, but a flag is down again, and he's going to get it out to the 40-yard line, but I'm sure this one's coming back. If so, it'll be the 5th Glasgow penalty of the ball game.
I was watching the offensive line there. I did not see a hole. We'll see what they're going to come up with.
Here's referee David Simpson with the initial call. It's a block in the back on the Scotties. And now a late flag thrown, maybe on the Glasgow sideline. I think Coach Garman may be getting a little frustrated over there with the penalties. Not sure he believes his team is committing all these penalties.
During the play, blocking the back, offense. Left things 10 yards from the spot of the foul, replay 1. We now have a sideline warning on the offensive team.
So no penalty on the warning. The next one, I think, will be a penalty.
Now, sideline warning mean you're on the field, or you mean you're past the number, out of the coach's box?
Outside of the, onto the playing field, I think. I think the coaches can be about anywhere they want to, just not on the playing field. So now they're trying to determine where the football should be placed, and it will be put down at the 16-yard line.
We'll take it.
First down and 14 for the Scotties. Smith in shotgun. Rescantelio, I think that's Rescantelio to his right. Or no, that's Oates, excuse me. Dante Oates in there is the running back. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the right. Bardstown showing blitz. They're coming right up the middle, and they were offsides, I believe. I think Odom came across a little bit too early on the blitz. It is going to be offsides on Bardstown. That'll make it 1st and 9 for Glasgow. The second Bardstown penalty for 20 yards.
Encroachment, defense, penalties 5 yards, replay 1.
1st and 9 for the Scotties at their own 21. Early stages of the second quarter, Glasgow leads 20-3. Smith in shotgun. Trips to the near side, a lone wide out to the right. And the Scotties are going to burn their final timeout of the first half. 20-3 Glasgow early in the second quarter here in Bardstown. We're back after this on WCLD Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, they can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt. Back here, Bardstown High School, as the Scotties lead Bardstown 20-3 with 10:45 to go in the first half of play. Glasgow has the football, first down and 9 at their own 21-yard line. Glasgow now out of timeouts for the last 10:45 of this half. Smith in shotgun. Oates to his left. Going to give it off to Don. No, it's actually a reverse. Here comes Griffin Murphy. Needs a block. He got it. It'll be the 30, 35, 40. 45 and dragged down from behind out near the 48-yard line. Bardstown coach is asking for a block in the back against Glasgow, but that one was not called. So it's a pickup to the 48-yard line for Griffin Murphy. Pickup of 27 yards. First and 10, Glasgow at their own 48. 2 wide outs each way. Smith in shotgun. Oates the running back to his right. 3-man defensive front for the Tigers. Here's the handoff to Oates. He's crossed midfield, dives forward to the 45-yard line in Bardstown territory. Pickup of 8 yards. Second down and a long 2 coming up.
Number 22, Tyrell Cutler, had his 4th stop for the night.
Again, twin wideouts each way. Smith has Rescantelio now as his running back. He'll hand it off to Silverio. Big hole off the right side. He's across the 40, down around the 36-yard line. 9-yard gain that time for the Scotties as Glasgow with his up-tempo offense right back on the line of scrimmage, ready to go. First and 10 at the Bardstown 36. Smith in shotgun. 2 receivers each side. Rescantelio again is the running back. Dalvin wants to throw, and the flag goes down as the ball is snapped. Somebody was probably lined up off sides or moved early or something happened. It'll be a false start called on Glasgow with 9:49 to go in the second quarter. Scotty's on top, 20-3.
Prior to snap, dead ball, false start offense, 5 yards. We'll repeat number 1.
We'll move the football back to the 41-yard line where it's first and 15. Scotty's now with 6 penalties in the first half for 44 yards. Penalties again a problem this week. 2 receivers each way. Smith going to throw on first and 15. It's caught by Chris Horn, and he's going to be taken down right where he caught the football at the 35. Pickup of 5. Makes a gain of 6 yards actually to the 35. It'll be second down and 9 after that catch by Horn. Bardstown trying to get a man off the field defensively. They didn't get him off. That'll be too many men on the field. It's a free play for the Scotties. It's a sweep for Rescantelio around the 30, 25, and down to the 20-yard line. So they'll end up taking the result of the play here, as that's going to be a first down. There's a flag down in the middle of the field, too, though, so hold the phone. I know Bardstown had too many men on the field, but there may be another penalty on Glasgow. Here's the call.
We have multiple fouls on the play. Illegal participation, defense, blocking the back during the run on the offense. Those penalties will offset. We'll play number 2.
What is that, the third block in the back the Scotties have had called, Bruce and Coach? Does that sound right to you all?
At least, I know 2, maybe 3.
Second down 9 for Glasgow. That penalty puts the ball back at the 35-yard line. We just replay the down pretty much like it never happened. Smith in shotgun, Rescantelio to his left. 2 receivers each way. Here's the snap. Dalvin looking over the middle. Now steps up, has some room. Makes a man miss the 35. He's got the 30. He lowers his head across the 25 and out of bounds at the 22, it looks like. That will be enough for a Glasgow first down.
22, Tyrell Cutler on the hit.
.8:56 remaining in the first half here at Bardstown High School. Glasgow on top, 20-3. Scotty's driving once again. They've got it first and 10 at the Bardstown 22.
Looks like Abernathy came in at quarterback.
Yep, Tanner is in there. 6'1", 165 sophomore. He's in shotgun. Going to hand it off to Rescantelio. He's going to get hit in the backfield, and don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple back to the 24.
22, Tyrell Cutler on the stop.
Dalvin Smith right back into the ball game. He just needed a breather there. Second down, 12. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And a fumble on the exchange, and I think Bardstown got it. Looked like Severio Rescantelio was not expecting to get that handoff right there. It didn't look like he tried to receive the handoff, and they just lost it on the exchange. So it'll be a Glasgow turnover. Bardstown will snuff out the Scotty scoring threat. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looked like Isaac Kaiser on the fumble recovery.
Isaac Kaiser, we believe, recovered that fumble. What's the time left? 8:17 to go in the first half. Bardstown takes over at their own 26-yard line. Clark in shotgun, a back on each side of him. Going to give it off to Logan on a sweep around the left side. Student body left, you might as well say, behind several blockers across the 30, out near the 35 before being brought down. And now a flag comes out late. What do we have here? Somebody was running their mouth or did something that wasn't very smart after the play was over with.
Tackle by number 3, Thad Dial.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense. 15 yards, tacked on the end of the run, first down.
Disappointing. I tell you, this is disappointing, Coach. That's the 5th or the 7th Glasgow penalty for 59 yards in this first half.
If you're playing a real competitive team, it would be tough.
8:05 left in the first half. That penalty puts the ball in Glasgow territory at the 47-yard line. Clark in pistol. He has Odom lined up behind him. A wide out each way and a wing back each way. Logan goes in motion. They give it off on a busted play here to Odom. He's hitting the backfield but gets away initially. He will not get away from the second wave of tacklers. However, he does manage to carry them for positive yardage up near the 46. It'll be a gain of a yard. Second down 9 coming up.
Tackle by number 53, Trey Francis, his first tackle of the night.
Glasgow has more penalty yardage than Bardstown has total offensive yardage. That is not what you want, obviously. 59 penalty yards on Glasgow, Bardstown with 57 offensive yards. 2 of the Bardstown first downs have come because of Glasgow penalties.
And the referee is trying to, evidently there's some mouthing going on because he had spoken to a couple different players.
Wide out each way, a wing back on each side. Clark in shotgun, Odom to his right. Scotty's in a 5-man front. Clark to throw to the left side. A quick throw, caught, and the receiver immediately tackled by Ryan Jones right where he makes the catch at the 44.
That's Ryan's second hit of the night.
Gray Clark, number 6, making the catch for Bardstown. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Glasgow on top, 20-3. Bardstown with it, 3rd down and 7 at the Glasgow 44. Gray Clark made the catch, Bruce. A back on each side of Clark and a receiver each way. Wing back on the right side of the formation. And we have a flag as the ball is snapped.
Procedure.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Bardstown.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, replay number 3.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 now for the Tigers from the Glasgow 49. That's for the Tigers, their 3rd penalty for 25 yards. A single wide out each way, a wing back on each side. Clark in shotgun. Odom lined up to his right in the backfield on 3rd and 12. Clark to throw. Steps up, lets it go. It is going to be dropped. The man was open. Not sure he would be able to get his first down. Where he made the catch, he would have had to pick up a couple more yards, but Montrez Raley just dropped the pass.
Broke it up by number 28, Dontavius Oaks.
And with that, Coach Clark for Bardstown sitting in his punting unit, it looks like, on 4th down and 12 from the Glasgow 49. Scotty's on top 20-3. 6:14 remaining in the first half. Griffin Murphy back deep, but they've been kicking away from him, and they'll do it again as Riney angles it towards the right sideline. It'll bounce at the 24 and take a nice Bardstown roll inside the 15, inside the 10, down to the 9. A punt of 40 yards for Riney with no return. Scotties will take over at their own 9 with 6:03 remaining in the first half play. Scotties come to the line of scrimmage with trips to the near side of the field. You've got Murphy, Bird, Franklin in that trip set. Chris Horn, the lone wide out to the right. Rescantelio is the running back to the right of Dalvin Smith in shotgun. Here's the snap. It's a straight quarterback sweep around the right side. Dalvin turns it upfield. He's got room down the sideline. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Scotty. 91-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith on the first play from scrimmage. He earlier had a 75-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter, Coach.
That was to the weak side. Had trip set left. Just ran weak side and just outran everyone. Got on the corner and was gone.
And with 5:48 remaining in the first half, the Scotties have now taken a 26-3 lead. And Noah Howard
is trying to get on the field.
Yeah, a little bit late getting onto the field. I don't think Noah was expected to have to come on that quickly, Coach, from 91 yards out. But
saying, what happened?
Howard on to attempt the extra point. They've just now blown the ball ready for play, so plenty of time. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And your score, Glasgow 27, Bardstown 3. With how much time remaining? 5:48 remaining in the first half of play. Back to Bardstown after this on WCOU Sports.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, titles.
Noah Howard on to kick this ball away. End over ender, fielded at the 10-yard line, and it's a fake reverse. 15, 20, 25, out to the 32-yard line on the return. And that is Jaron Tong on the return that time for Bardstown. 22-yard return to the 32-yard line in Bardstown territory. First down and 10. That drive for the Scotties a moment ago, it was one play, 91 yards, as Dalvin Smith got his second long touchdown run of the night. Took just 15 seconds, the extra point good. Noah Howard, and it's 27-3 Glasgow with 5:48 to go in the first half of play.
And Aurelius had his first stop of the night.
Clark in shotgun, a back on each side, a wide out each way as well, and a man in the slot on the right side. Here's the give to Logan, I believe that is, and he gets hit as he gets to the 35-yard line and drops. Well, that's not Logan. Actually, it's Payne on the carry. Lamar Payne on the carry.
Tackled by number 6, Jalen Shirley.
Put the ball down at the 35. Gain of 4, second down and 6 for the Tigers. Three receivers left. One wide out to the right. Odom is the running back. Clark in shotgun has the snap. Quick throw out here to the left side is caught by Rayleigh, and he has nowhere to go. Scotty's had him boxed in, and rather than take the hit, he just ran out of bounds. That's at the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. 36, I believe it'll be. So a gain of only a yard. Third down and 5 coming up. Good defense that time by the Scotties, Coach.
Very good. 28, Dontavius Oaks, and number 30, Severio.
Clark in shotgun. Wide out each way. Wing back on each side. Now Logan in motion to the left. And Logan takes a direct snap while he's in motion. Breaks the tackle in the backfield, but will not get away from the second wave of Glasgow tacklers. He's going to lose yardage.
Number 15, Gavin Bird, and number 64.
A loss of 4 yards back to the 31-yard line. And it's fourth down and 9, and Bardstown will have to send in the punting unit down 27-3.
And right now, the Glasgow defense is just stifling.
Dominating right now.
They're dominating.
You're right.
Bardstown has no answer.
Ronnie in punt formation. Griffin Murphy waiting on the kick. I'm betting he won't touch it, though. They haven't kicked it anywhere near him all night long. Good snap. Kick is off. It's a low end-over-end kick. Takes a huge Bardstown roll. It bounced at about the 45 and will be down right at the 30. 38-yard punt for Riney. With 3:52 to go in the second quarter, Glasgow takes it first and 10 at its own 30. Glasgow on top in this ball game, 27-3.
Celebration in the Tiger Den. We honor
Scotties break the huddle. They'll send Chris Horn, single wide out to the right. Canaria Splint in the ball game for the Scotties at a wide out, along with Griffin Murphy and Jaden Franklin here on the near side. Smith in shotgun. Dante Oates, the running back, to his left, but the officials aren't ready to go. They're talking about something. I didn't realize the referee is talking with one of his compatriots out there. Still not sure what the discussion was, but we're ready to go now. Never know about these officials, do you?
Never know. They looked our way over there to our sideline. So
Smith in shotgun, calls for the snap, gets it off to Dante Oates, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and fights his way forward for a yard, maybe 2.
Number 4, Jeremy Henson on the stop.
The gain of 2 yards to the 32-yard line. Second down 8 for the Scotties. Trips to the near side of the field, alone wide out to the right is Chris Horn. Prescantelio, the running back. Smith with the snap. Dalvin wants to throw. Looking down the left sideline for Griffin Murphy. He's behind the defender. Caught at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Scotty.
Beautiful throw.
Perfect throw. Hit Griffin right in stride. Griffin got behind the defender, and Glasgow has struck again. It's now 33-3, Scotty. 3:24 remaining in the first half. That'll be a 68-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy. And for Griffin, his first touchdown reception of the year. Noah Howard on to attempt the extra point.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
It is up, and it is good. 34-3 Glasgow with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Noah Howard on to kick it away for Glasgow. The short kick will bounce at the 30 and be picked up at the 27-yard line. And the returner going to get it back close to the 30 before being brought down.
Anyone see who made the hit?
There was Payne on the return for Bardstown. Coach, I am not certain who made the tackle, to be honest with you.
There were several.
First down 10 for the Tigers at their own 30. Glasgow leading 34-3 here in Bardstown. And the give to Odom out of the backfield. He has a couple of yards as he took it off right tackle. Chase Jones coming up limp for Glasgow. Looks like he's trying to stretch a cramp out there.
Aurelius Resconcilione.
Pickup of 2 yards there for Jeremiah Odom. 3 minutes left in the first half. Clark in shotgun, Odom to his left. And now Logan going to set up in the backfield to the right of Clark. A wide receiver each way. Here's the give to Logan on a sweep around the left end. Logan looking for some room. He'll get it out across the 35, up near the 36, maybe up to the 37. They'll give him the 36-yard line, so it'll be third down and 4 for Bardstown. A 4-yard pickup.
Aurelius Resconcilione.
A wide out each way. You're back on each side of Clark once again. Clark going to hand it off to Logan out of the backfield. He gets cut down just as he was getting near his first down marker. Somebody grabbed him.
Aurelius.
And he's going to be stopped about a half-yard shy, I think, of the first down. Well, no, they're going to put the ball resting on the 40-yard line, so that should be a first down if they're going to spot it right there.
Very close.
You know, they do say it's just shy. Well, now they're going to measure, I think. Are they going to measure? The whistle is blown.
From my vantage point, it looks like a first down.
Looks like a first. If the ball's touching the 40, it has to be a first down, doesn't it? That's what. Yeah, now they do move the chains. That's the first rushing first down of the night for Bardstown. First and 10 at their own 40. Again, Glasgow on top, 34-3. They have dominated in this first half of play. A wide out each way. Clark in shotgun with a back on either side of him. 4-man front for Glasgow. Clark snaps it, throws left. It is going to be caught by Kamari Phillips. He'll be taken down right where he caught the football at the 45-yard line.
Tackled by number 2, Ryan Jones.
Somebody for Glasgow tried to undercut that throw and almost took it the other way, but Abernathy, we think it was, who tried to get there to undercut it. 5-yard pickup, second down and 5 for the Tigers. The clock continues to run here in the late stages of the second quarter. A receiver to each side and a back on each side of Clark. Wing back on the right. Clark pumps, under pressure, sacked. Back at the 39-yard line.
15-8.
I would give that sack to Gavin Bird, Coach. I think Gavin and Trey Francis actually were the two that were there. I don't think Tanner was really in on that tackle. I think it was Trey Francis and Gavin Bird. It's a loss of 5 back to the 40-yard line and a timeout taken by Bardstown. It's their first timeout. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Tigers. We're back up to this on WCOD Sports.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
53.
Joe Myers, Coach Coy Meadows, Brewster View back here with you in Bardstown. 34-3 Glasgow inside of 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Again, operating without a clock on the scoreboard, so we're trying to update you as much as we can here on the time remaining, but we don't know exactly what it is at this point. 106, Bruce says? Okay. They are giving it to us up here in the press box as often as they can. A wide out each way and a wing back on each side. Clark in shotgun. He'll throw over the middle. It's a man wide open, caught for the first down at the 50-yard line. He'll get it inside Glasgow territory to around the 43.
Tackled by number 15, Gavin Byrne.
Elijah Rogers in on the tackle. Or, excuse me, makes the catch. I'm sorry. Elijah Rogers makes the catch. 1st and 10 Bardstown is there in their hurry-up offense. A wide out each way. Clark in shotgun. 17-yard pickup on that last play. Clark to throw. Has a man open down the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Overthrown as Rayleigh had gotten behind a step or two on Dante Oates, but ball was thrown out of bounds, and Rayleigh had no chance to make the catch. 51 seconds to go in the half. It's 2nd down 10 Bardstown at the Glasgow 42. A wide out each way. Actually, 2 wide outs to the right now. 1 to the left, wing back on the left. Odom is the running back. Clark in shotgun. Clark under pressure, gets it away. Pass caught over the middle. And the receiver taken down at the 32-yard line. Again, that's Elijah Rogers making the catch for the first down.
Number 3, Thad Dowell on the stop.
47 seconds left in the half, and a timeout taken by Bardstown. Their second. They'll have 1 remaining. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Joe Myers, along with former Glasgow head coach Coy Meadows and Bruce DeVue here in Bardstown. Scotty's on top 34-3 over the Tigers with just about 30 seconds or so to go until halftime. Clark in shotgun. A wide out and a wing back each way. Odom, the running back. Clark will throw. Looking to the right side, looking for Rayleigh. It is going to be dropped. Rayleigh may have had a hard time keeping his feet in bounds even if he did catch it, but he dropped it, so it doesn't matter whether his feet were in. Just have to have 1 foot, of course, in high school. Just had to get one down, but I'm not sure he would have been able to do it. Clark is now 7 of 20 on the night for 68 yards, 1 INT. Third down and 10. Clark to throw. Looking to the left side. It is going to be incomplete. Intended for Kamari Phillips. That was 2nd and 10. Excuse me. That was 2nd and 10. So now 3rd down and 10 coming up. .37 seconds left until halftime. 3rd and 10, Bardstown at the Glasgow 32. Twin receivers right, a single wide out left. And here's the give to Odom. Big hole up the middle. He's got some running room across the 25, across the 20. Breaks the tackle at the 10, 5. Dive to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Bardstown. Tigers went to the ground on 3rd and 10 and caught the Scotty defense sleeping a little bit right there, maybe, Coach.
Evidently, plus the running back broke several tackles. We had several chances to make a hit on him and couldn't get the job done. Big, powerful back.
First touchdown of the night for the Tigers makes it 34-9. And now Ronnie on to attempt the extra point. Snap is low, but Clark gets it down. The kick is up, and it is wide left. So the score remains Glasgow 34, Bardstown 9, with 27 seconds left until halftime. We're back to Bardstown after this on WCOD Sports.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
As an HVAC services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday, they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped?
Back here in Bardstown as the kickoff is going to go out of bounds, so Glasgow will get it where it went out because it went out before it reached the 35-yard line. So see where it went out of bounds. Sorry, Coach, what were you saying?
See if they were alert. That ball went out on about the 38 or 9-yard line.
The officials are going to get together and confer. There's a flag down, but we think that's just for the ball going out of bounds.
Good spot is out of bounds.
So it does go out to the 38, and that's where Glasgow will take it. We'll see how aggressive the Scotties want to be here with about 25 seconds or so to go until halftime. Smith in shotgun, going to give it off to Griffin Murphy on a jet sweep around the right side. He turns it upfield. He's got the 40, the 45. Ball pops out, it looked like, but I think Griffin got back on it. It is enough for a first down, I believe.
Very close.
Well, what are they doing? Is there a flag? I guess there's a flag. We should have known.
My goodness.
During the run, holding, offense. 10 yards, start the foul, replay 1.
Penalty number 8 on Glasgow for 69 yards in the first half. Yet they hold a 34-9 lead. Imagine what it could have been without all these penalties, Coach. Potentially, at least, I guess.
It's embarrassing as it is, but it would have been.
And now the Scotty's just going to take a knee to end the half. And now Bardstown calls a timeout. Glasgow had just lined up to take a knee, and for some reason Bardstown took a timeout.
I don't think they saw us. I guess so.
So we'll keep it right here. Well, actually, let's take a quick timeout. Scotty's lead 34-9. Back after this on WCLU Sports.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Well, as we come back to action here, Dalvin Smith takes the snap and takes the knee, and that will be the end of the first half of play. All in all, very good first half for the Scotties as Glasgow leads Bardstown here on the road, 34-9 at the break. We'll come back in a moment and take a look at our halftime stats, which are going to be brought to you by the accounting firm of Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge. We're back after this on WCLU Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new Roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Joe Myers, Coy Meadows, and Bruce Tribune back here with you at Bardstown High School, where the Scotties lead Bardstown 34-9 at halftime. Coach, really, about the only negative for the Scotties, again, in this first half have been penalties. Glasgow with 8 first-half penalties for 69 yards.
Penalties are certainly something that we've got to spend some time on. You'd like to say that all of those couldn't be penalties, but evidently they are. We've gotten a whole lot of them, and most of them have been holding, a couple blocking the back. But other than that, and maybe 1 or 2 breakdowns on a couple of plays, Scotties have played very, very well.
Big plays tonight for the Scotties in this first half, Coach. You had a 75-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith and a 35-yard pass from Smith to Franklin. Then you had an 85-yard kickoff return for Tanner Abernathy, a 91-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith, and a 68-yard pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy.
Big, big plays, and just kind of individual effort. Dalvin's looked very well running the ball, and it's amazing. Once he turns the corner and gets a step or two on somebody, they're not going to catch him. And then Murphy made a nice catch and a good run also. So we got some speed, we got some game breakers, and we have utilized those tonight.
Scotties have outgained Bardstown 343-130 here at halftime. Our halftime stats are brought to you by the accounting firm of Campbell, Myers, and Rutledge, where we know encouraging today's youth yields bright returns for the future. I'll run through the drive chart real quick here, and then we'll let Bruce look at the halftime stats offensively. Scotties received the opening kick, but went 3 and out. Matter of fact, both teams went 3 and out on their first possessions, and then Glasgow got on the scoreboard after taking over at their own 20-yard line with 10:10 to go in the first quarter. 3 plays, 80 yards, a minute and 5 seconds, and it's a 75-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith. Noah Howard adds the extra point for a 7-0 Glasgow lead with 9:05 to go in the opening quarter. Bardstown would then turn it over on their next possession as Dante Oates intercepted the Bardstown pass, set the Scotties up at the Bardstown 38-yard line. Took 3 plays and 59 seconds for Glasgow to get into the end zone again. This time it was a 35-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Jaden Franklin down the left sideline as Jaden just out-jumped the defender for Bardstown, made the catch and got into the end zone. The extra point again good for Howard. It's 14-0 Glasgow with 6:33 to go in the opening quarter. Each team would trade punts, and then Bardstown would get on the scoreboard for the first time with 17 seconds to go in the first quarter after a 23-yard field goal for Trey Riney to make it 14-3 Scotties. Then Glasgow would score on its next possession, taking over at its own 15-yard line. It was, actually, they didn't take over. Excuse me, that was the 85-yard kickoff return for Tanner Abernathy. And the kick failed, however, and it's a 23 lead for Glasgow as time expired at the end of the first quarter on that kickoff return for the sophomore Abernathy. Bardstown punted on its next possession. The Scotties would turn it over on their following possession on a fumble. However, Bardstown was not able to take advantage as they had to punt it back to the Scotties with 6:03 to go in the second quarter. Glasgow took over at its own 9-yard line. 1 play, 91-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith on a quarterback sweep around the right side. Noah Howard adds the extra point for a 27-3 lead for the Scotties with 5:48 left in the first half. After another Bardstown punt, Glasgow would again get into the end zone. This time a 2-play, 70-yard drive that ended with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. It took 28 seconds, the drive did, and this is a 68-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy down the near sideline. The extra point good for Noah Howard. It's 34-3 Glasgow at that point with 3:24 left in the first half. Bardstown will get its first touchdown of the night on its final offensive possession of the half after taking over at their own 30-yard line. They drive 11 plays, 70 yards, 2 minutes and 57 seconds. The drive ends on a 3rd down and 10, 32-yard run by Jeremiah Odom. The extra point, however, fails, and that left Glasgow with a 34-9 halftime lead, and that is where we stand here at the break. And, Bruce, are you ready to roll? We're still making some copies? Okay. We'll turn things over to Bruce now for the offensive stats here at halftime. Bruce?
Wait a minute. 9 first downs. Did we change that? Or
That's the score, Bruce.
Oh, 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was looking at first downs.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. We're ready to go, Joe. All right, with our score 34-9 in favor of Glasgow here on the road in Bardstown, Kentucky. Like you say, Scotties are on top, 34-9. Each team had 7 first downs. The Tigers rushed for 62. They passed for 68 for a total of 130. Glasgow had 228 on the ground, 115 through the air for a total of 343. Each team had 1 turnover. Bardstown did not put it on the ground, but they had an interception. Glasgow fumbled twice, only lost 1. Penalties, the Tigers 3 times for 25 yards. Glasgow was penalized 8 times for 69 yards. Bardstown ran 42 offensive plays for 13 minutes and 59 seconds. The Scotties had it for 25 plays, 9 minutes, 1 second. Individually in that first half, the leading rusher for the Tigers was Jeremiah Odom with 38 yards on 5 carries. He scored their lone touchdown on a 32-yard run with just seconds to go in the first half. Will Logan had 6 carries for 20 yards. Lamar Payne, 3 carries for 11. And the quarterback, Brady Clark, had 2 carries for a -7. Montrez Raley was 0 for 3 passing with an interception. Brady Clark was 7 of 18 for 68 yards. Elijah Rogers was his leading receiver with 56 yards on 3 catches. Kamari Phillips had 2 catches on 9 yards. Gray Clark, 1 catch for 2 yards, and Montrez Raley, 1 catch for 1 yard. Trey Riney punted 5 times for 192 yards. That's a 38-yard average with a long of 45. Leading rusher for the Scotties tonight is our quarterback, Dalvin Smith, who had limited carries last week, picks up 169 yards on 6 carries and 2 touchdowns. He had a 91 for his long. He also had, a 75-yard touchdown run. Griffin Murphy had 1 carry for 27 yards. Dontavius Oates had 4 carries for 17 yards. And Silverio Riconcello had 5 carries for 15 yards. Dalvin Smith was 4-7 passing in that first half for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. His leading receiver was Griffin Murphy with 74 yards on 2 catches. He had 1 touchdown with a long of 68. Jaden Franklin had 1 catch for 35 yards. That was for a touchdown. And Chris Horn had 1 catch for 6 yards. Dalvin Smith punted twice in that first half for 62 yards. That's a 30-yard average, a long of 36. So here at halftime, on the road, it's the Glasgow Scotties 34, the Bardstown Tigers 9. We'll return for the call second half with Coach Meadows and Joe after this timeout on WCLU Sports.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Back here in Bardstown, where the Scotties lead Bardstown 34-9 at halftime. And one other score to update you on, as Allen County Scottsville leads Barron County 34-7 at halftime. Trojans apparently had a pretty good first quarter there in Scottsville. They led 7-6 at the end of one. However, obviously the Patriots dominated in that second period and now lead Barron County 34-7 at the half. And just trying to look real quick here through Twitter to see if we can give you any more scores of local interest. Not seeing anything right off the bat immediately. Well, here's one. We do see Metcalfe County leading Hart County 26-13 with 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And that's all I'm seeing at this point. So we'll try to keep watching some scores for you. But, Coach, Scotty's, again, a great first half. You're trying to look to clean up the penalties in the second half, but at the same time, you know, you're up 34-9, but it's too early to take the foot off the pedal at this point.
I think probably we may come out and try to work on the running game a little bit in the second half, try to eliminate the penalties, because most of our penalties have been in pass situations. And running the sweep, we've got a couple holes there and a block in the back. So I think we'll come out and try to run the football a little bit in the second half.
And with this large lead, we'll see if Scotty slow the tempo down a little bit maybe, and you run the football. Yeah. That helps run the clock too. So we'll see.
We'll see what develops here. And we may keep the foot on it, keep it airborne. I don't know.
We shall see. We'll come back for the second half after this. It's 34-9, Glasgow leading Bardstown. After this timeout on WCOD Sports.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
When the town of West Liberty, Kentucky was leveled by storms, who helped them rebuild? When tornadoes ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky, who helped them pick up the pieces? And when 80,000 Kentuckians had auto claims last year, where'd they turn for help? Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. For more than 70 years, no one has shown Kentucky the love like KFB. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
Kuzma takes this one deep, right in the end zone.
He can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
Joe Myers, Coach Coy Meadows, and Bruce Review back here with you at Bardstown High School, where the Scotties lead Bardstown 34-9 as we get set to begin the third quarter. Bardstown will get the football to start this quarter. One other score of local interest, the Bowling Green Purples in a little bit of trouble tonight. They are on the road at Louisville Pleasure Ridge Park, and PRP with a 28-21 lead over Bowling Green with 9:38 to go in the ball game there in Louisville. So we'll see how that one comes out. Noah Howard has it teed up, ready to kick it away for the Scotties. And Logan and Tong going back deep for Bardstown to await the kick.
Now, I would guess the Louisville schools have set a trap for Bowling Green, and they are after them.
I guarantee it.
No doubt in my mind.
Howard approaches, and we're underway here in the third quarter. It's a high end-over-end short kick. Bounces at the 28-yard line, fielded by a Tong, He's giving up ground, and he's going to be taken down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, he headed out to the 20-yard line and then gave up about 10 yards.
Jaden Franklin, number 10, on the tackle, his first of the evening.
They'll put it down right at the 10-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at that point. Logan coming onto the field late as Payne will exit for Bardstown. Clark still at quarterback in shotgun formation, has a back on each side of him. A wide out each way. Clark going to hand it off to Logan on a sweep to the short side of the field. He won't find much, a yard, maybe two, before Silverio Rescantelio throws him to the ground.
Okay, over the right side, swung out of bounds high. Number 30, Rescantelio.
Give him a gain of 2 to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. A receiver each way, a wing back on each side as well. Clark has a running back to his right. I believe that's Odom back there with him. Logan goes in motion to the left side. They fake the handoff to him. Clark to throw over the middle. It is overthrown and incomplete.
I tell you, they had us beat there. That's a perfect pass. That's 6.
Elijah Rogers was the intended target. He had gotten behind the Glasgow secondary. Pass is overthrown by the freshman Clark.
Down the middle, wide open.
That's where we saw Bardstown have success late in that first half, Coach, those passes right over the middle.
Right.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Clark with Odom in the backfield with him. Clark has the snap. Fakes to the left. Now Rose has a man wide open. It is caught by Rayleigh for the first down, out of bounds, shy of the 40-yard line.
Long flag pattern, wide open.
Dante Yates was on the coverage for the Scotties. Pass complete up to the 38-yard line. Looks like. Gain of 26 yards on a Bardstown first down.
We really had a big cushion in the secondary that time. Too much room.
A wide out each way. A back on each side of Clark this time on 1st and 10. Here's the give to Logan. Takes it around the right end, tries to cut it back to the middle of the field, and then squirts through the pile and gets it out near the 42-yard line.
Looks like number 2, Ryan Jones, on the hit.
It will be spotted at the 42. Pickup of 4 yards, second down and 6. Clark in shotgun, Odom to his right. 2 receivers and a wing back to the right side of the formation, a single wide out to the left. Clark to throw. Looking underneath, it's caught by Rayleigh at the 43, makes a man miss at the 45, and gets it out across midfield to the Glasgow 49. It'll be another Bardstown first down.
Gavin Bird and Connor Cassidy on the stop.
Pickup of 9 yards. Clark on the night, now 9 of 24 for 103 yards passing. 10:50 left in the third quarter. Scotty's on top, 34-9 here in Bardstown. Clark in pistol formation. Odom lined up behind him. He'll give the ball to Odom, and he runs over a man, carries the tackler across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. The ball came out, but I think they're going to say the whistle had already blown.
Looks like Connor Cassidy shaking up on the hit.
Connor down on one knee. Slow to get up. Now he's up on his feet. Going to try to stay in the ball game.
Better get him to the sideline.
No, he will come out. Pickup of 5 yards, second down and 5. Bardstown driving at the Glasgow 44. 3 receivers to the left. Single wide out to the right this time. Clark has a back lined up to his right. Here's the snap. Clark to throw. Looking down the right sideline, nobody home. It's going to be dropped. Boy, it should have been intercepted by Dante Yates. That pass went right through his hands. He was the only player anywhere in the vicinity of that football.
At least he was in good position, Joe.
That's true. But I bet if you asked him, he'd say, I should have caught that.
Should have had it.
Third down and 5 for Bardstown at the Glasgow 44.
Would have been a great catch. It's over the head, over the shoulder.
A back on each side of Clark. Wide out each way, wing back on the left. And we get a flag. Somebody move a little early?
Usually.
It is a false start on Bardstown. That'll make it third down and 10 from the 49.
Dead ball, prior to snap, false start, offense, 5 yards, replay 3.
I noticed we don't have any trouble understanding the official tonight.
No. We've got a good clear signal on our microphone tonight, thank goodness, because he's done a lot of talking.
Very clear.
A wide out each way and a wing back each way. Logan in motion to the left side to fake the handoff to him. Clark to throw over the middle, looking for Rayleigh. He's open, and he catches it for the first down. He's taken down about the same spot where he caught it, around the 14-yard line, but Bardstown continues to drive.
Montavious Oaks on the stop.
Bardstown offense has found a little bit of rhythm here on this opening drive of the second half. Trips to the right side, a single wide out to the left.
Ran a post and got open.
Clark in pistol formation. Odom, the running back, lined up behind him. They'll give to Odom on 1st and 10. Bounces it to the outside. And he'll be tripped up as he gets near the 13-yard line.
Tackled by number 6, Jalen Shirley.
Gain of just a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the Glasgow 13.
Looks like 30, Joe, is shaking up a little bit.
Yeah, he's bent over at the waist. He's going to try to stay in the ball game, though. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. 30 still in the ball game. That's Odom, who lines up in the pistol formation behind Clark. But now Bardstown going to take a timeout and maybe to let Odom catch his breath. 8:05 to go in the third quarter. Glasgow up 34-9 over Bardstown. Back after this on WCOU Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
8:05 to go in the third quarter here in Bardstown. Scotty's with a big lead, 34-9, but Bardstown is driving on their opening possession of the second half. They've got it 2nd down and 9 at the Glasgow 13. A wing back and a wide out on each side of the formation. Clark in pistol, with Odom lined up behind him. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, picked off by Dalvin Smith. He's got the 15, he's got the 20, down the near sideline. Got to beat a man, he cannot do it. He's pushed out of bounds at the 34, but the Glasgow defense, again, comes up big and prevents the Bardstown scoring threat. Second turnover of the night by Bardstown. Both of them have been interceptions. The first one by Dante Oates back in the first quarter. This one by Glasgow senior Dalvin Smith, and he returns it to the 34-yard line, a 24-yard interception return for Dalvin.
Almost like Dalvin knew exactly where the ball was going to be thrown because I was watching him. He just set up there, dropped down, and there's the ball was.
What's the time, Bruce? You got it? 8:47. Oh, okay. I guess we misunderstood a moment ago. I told you there was 8:05 to go. So 8:47 to go. Again, we're operating without a clock here, so we're just depending on folks here in the press box to tell us the time.
Intercepting. They're finished 15 yards from the spot of the run. First down.
I apologize. I didn't see a flag on the field. I didn't realize that they were trying to sort something out. I'm not sure what they called, but either way, it's a 15-yard penalty against Glasgow, and that backs them up to the 19-yard line.
Got to be a block in the back, and
that would be my guess, Coach. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I didn't even see the flag.
I didn't either. The Glasgow offense on the field for the first time here in the second half. And we get a flag, and somebody moved early, I think. It may be the Scotties again.
I believe it was the center.
Starts and snap. Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Replay 1.
That's David Simpson, who has been made a star tonight. As we've heard him talk about as much as we've talked in this ball game. Scotties have now been penalized 10 times for 89 yards.
He may retire next week.
First and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Bardstown showing blitz. And I think they may have come across too early.
I believe they gave it back to us.
Here again is David Simpson.
Prior to the snap, dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5 yards, replay 1.
5th Bardstown penalty for 35 yards. Two wide outs each way. Smith in shotgun. Dante Oates, the running back, to his right. Again, Bardstown showing blitz, and they're coming off the right side. Here's the give to Oates. Dante gets short yardage up to about the 20. Gain of 1 yard. It'll be second down and 9 from the Scotty's own 20-yard line. Again, twin wide outs each way. Oates lines up to the left of Smith this time. Again, Bardstown showing blitz. They're coming up the middle. Smith on a quarterback keeper around the left side, and he'll be taken down as he nears the 30. And that will be enough for a Glasgow first down, we believe. Should be, because the drive started at the 19. Yep, there goes the change.
Tackle was by number 51, Jared Bruner.
8:12 remaining in the third quarter. Glasgow on top by a score of 34-9. Smith to throw. Looking for Griffin Murphy on a slip screen. He's got room, the 35 to 40, back to the middle of the field. He's got the 45 to 50, the 45 to 40, down the right sideline now, the 35 to 30. He turns on the jet, 25-20, but he steps out of bounds, they say, just before he got to the 20-yard line. But yet another big play for this Scotty offense that puts them into Bardstown territory at the 23.
When he gets the ball in the open, in the secondary, he can make things happen.
A 47-yard pass play that time on a little slip screen from Smith to Griffin Murphy. Two receivers each way. Smith has Oates in the backfield with him. He'll give it to Dante Oates. Dante had to try to avoid a man in the backfield, and because of that, he's going to lose yardage. Looks like back to the 24. It'll be second down at 11. Griffin Murphy, in case you're wondering now, 3 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown tonight. Rescantelio into the game as the running back to the left of Smith, replacing Oates. Smith to throw. Looking to the right side, a man open. It's caught down around the 9-yard line. That is Chris Horn on the catch. Should be first and goal for the Scotties, I believe. The ball will be spotted just inside the 10. Or maybe right on the 10. Yeah, it's just inside the 10. So first and goal for Glasgow. 15-yard pickup there on the completion. Smith in shotgun. Here's the give to Rescantelio. Breaks through the first tackle. Runs over a man at the 2-yard line and powers his way into the end zone. But there is a flag. And I think they're going to get Tanner Bowles for the hold here, and Tanner is not happy. He did not think he held. And now they call blocking the back, but either way, it's going to be a penalty on Glasgow. That'll wipe out a touchdown.
And terrific run.
Great run by Silverio.
Blocking the back. 10 yards.
No way.
Replay 1.
That's another one I like to see, Joe.
Scotty coaches will have an interesting time watching the film of this one, Coach. I'll be interested to see how many of these penalties have actually occurred. Glasgow has now been penalized 11 times for how many yards, Bruce? 99 yards. Again, last week it was 13 penalties for 104 yards.
Well, we evidently have got something going on down in the end zone because they called somebody over to get the police to go over.
They're pointing over.
They were headed over toward our section.
Towards the right corner of the end zone, back there in the back. We're on the Scotty side. And we're going to have a timeout on the field here.
Timeout on the field.
7:06 to go in the third quarter. Glasgow up 30-49 over Bardstown. Back after this on WCOD Sports.
No one ever said, keep calm and play football. You can't keep calm. Your team's playing football. At SCRTC, we're so excited about our service that we can't keep calm either. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. Rack up some extra points by upgrading your SCRTC service today.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Back here in Bardstown, where we are ready to get back to action. It's first down and goal for the Scotties, but after the penalty, the ball backed up to the 18-yard line, excuse me. Rescantelio with a big hole off the right side, gets hit, breaks a tackle, continues his run at the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Scotties.
Great run.
Well, we saw a great touchdown run by Severio, wiped out by a penalty, and Scotties go right back to him, Coach, and he makes it pay off.
He is a tough running back. He's hard-nosed. He's hard to tackle.
Puts the Scotties up 40-9 with just over 7 minutes left in the third quarter, or right around 7 minutes to go. Howard on to attempt the extra point. And we get a whistle as the ball is snapped. We have another penalty. Bardstown may have been offsides. We'll see. Nope, it's going to be on Glasgow. Well, they started to move the tee backwards. One of the Bardstown players held his hand up as if to say, I was offsides, but...
Fight to snap. Get ball. Encroachment. Defense. We'll redo the retry.
So that'll move the extra point, extra yard and a half closer. Puts the ball at the 1.5-yard line. Good snap. Kick is up, and the kick looks perfect. And it is. Glasgow on top 41-9 over Bardstown with 6:55 to go in the ball game. In the third quarter. We're in the third quarter. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
As an HVAC Services customer, I can tell you I've made a great choice in who provides and services my heating and air conditioning system. I can tell you that even on a holiday they'll be there. I know because they've been there for me. I can tell you that HVAC Services regular maintenance plan is a great offer and can save you money just by catching an issue before it becomes a catastrophe. I can honestly say they have great people because I've met them myself. I can tell you all these things because I know from experience. So when heating and cooling is top of mind, let HVAC Services in Glasgow take care of you. 651-3841.
Noah Howard kicks it away for the Scotties. It'll be fielded at the 15-yard line, dropped, and it's loose. And Glasgow, I think, got on the football.
Moving in. Moving to our football. Who got on it? Anybody?
Coach, I couldn't tell. We'll have to watch the film afterwards to tell you, to figure out who got on it. It was on the far side of the field. But either way, Scotties are going to take possession after the muff kickoff there. 6:47 to go in the third quarter. Glasgow on top 41-9, and they're about to get the football right back at the Bardstown 23. A scoring drive for Glasgow, 6 plays, 81 yards, a minute 52 seconds. An 18-yard run by Severio Rescantelio capped it off. Noah Howard added the extra point, and Glasgow right back on the attack again. Smith to throw, looking into the end zone. It is caught. No, did he drop it? Yep, it was knocked away. Chris Horn had it momentarily, but a good play by the defender for Bardstown. Got his hand in there and ripped the football out. It'll be 2nd down and 10. What was the time when this drive started, Bruce? Thank you, sir.
Looks like.
And now the Scotties again are going to be penalized as they came to the line of scrimmage. Somebody jumped early, you think.
Prior to snap, dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, replay 2.
Penalty number 13 as the Scotties match their total from last week for 104 yards. We've still got a long way to go in this one. Third down and 15. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Smith in shotgun. It's a straight quarterback sweep around the left side. Avoids a man in the backfield. He's got the 25, jumps over a man at the 20, still on his feet as he will be dragged out of bounds around the 18. Pick up of 11 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 5. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Glasgow on top, 41-9. Tell me slower, Bruce. Dalvin through the air is what? 7 of 10 through the air, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. He has rushed the ball 8 times for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Smith the throw out of the shotgun here. Dalvin looking to the right side. The pass here going to be underthrown. Intended for Chris Horn. It was underthrown. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Scotties. And Glasgow will go for it at the Bardstown 18. Trips to the right side, a single wide out to the left. Smith in shotgun. He's got Oates to his left. Dalvin calls for the snap. Dalvin looking right. Throws it up for Griffin Murphy in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Scotty. Boy, a perfectly thrown ball right over the top of the outstretched hands of a Bardstown defender. Dropped right into Griffin Murphy's hands for the touchdown.
And Griffin has got a crown. I saw him go down when he caught it.
But the young man hung on for the touchdown. Now 4 catches, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the senior, Griffin Murphy. What a night. 5:57 to go in the third quarter, and the Scotties now lead it by a score of 47-9, so that'll put the running clock into effect.
Can you inform everybody up there that we're to the running clock now? It will start on the radio on the kickoff.
The referee is asking that we inform everybody that they're starting the running clock now. On the kickoff. Noah Howard will come on to attempt the extra point. Bruce, how long was that pass? 18 yards, is that right? And referee David Simpson is discussing something with the Bardstown coaching staff. That's what the delay is here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they were still tending Griffin Murphy back there in the corner of the end zone. But our referee is still over here on the sideline with the Bardstown coach. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick by Howard is good.
Good.
48-9 Glasgow with 5:57 to go in the third quarter, and that will begin the running clock. Anytime a team has a 36-point lead or more at any point in the ball game, we get a running clock. It'll stop on a few occasions, but not for much. Stops for timeouts, stops for touchdowns, but not a lot else. So we'll have a quick finish to this ball game, we think. The scoring drive for the Scotties, 4 plays. It went 24 yards. It took 50 seconds. It was set up by a turnover by Bardstown on a kickoff, and the Scotties take advantage of that turnover. The scoring play, an 18-yard pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy. Noah Howard's extra point is good as well. And as we said, it's 48-9 Glasgow with 5:57 to go in the third quarter. Ball is blown ready for play. And here's the kick. Good kick by Howard. Fielded, it won't be fielded. It's going to bounce at the 10-yard line and roll into the end zone. So that'll be the first touchback of the year for Noah Howard. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They take over at their own 20. 5:57 left in this third period. Franklin Simpson destroyed Monroe County tonight, 48-0, the final score there. Allen County Scottsville now leads Barron County by a score of 48-7 at the end of the third quarter. Clark in pistol formation. Comes a man in motion to the near side. They give it off to the tailback, and he's going to get it up near the 21, and that's going to be it. I believe that's a new running back in the game for Bardstown.
Tackle by Gavin Bird, his 6th tackle of the evening.
Tyrell Cutler, we believe that is, on the carry that time for the Tigers. 5'8", 150 freshman. A wide out and a wing back each way. Clark in shotgun. Wants to throw. Under pressure. Steps up. Hit as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Gavin Bird, the man who delivered the hit to Clark.
You give him a sack on that, Joe?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
No, he got the ball away. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
It was a wobbly duck.
It was. Trips to the near side, a wide out to the left. Odom is the running back. In the backfield with Clark. Three-man front for Glasgow. Nickel defense in right here as Clark has all day. Steps up, throws over the middle. It is intercepted. That's sad. No, that's Kyle Jones, excuse me. Ryan Jones. Kyle would be glad to know he picked off the pass, but it's his son Ryan instead. Ryan Jones with the interception for the Scotties up at the 45-yard line in Bardstown territory. That comes with 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Again, the running clock is in effect. That's the third interception of the night for the Scotty defense. Fourth turnover overall tonight by the Tigers. And now a timeout taken by the Scotties. Glasgow on top 48-9, late stages of the third quarter, 2:59 to go in the period. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Kentucky loves its basketball, its horses, rolling hills and clear streams, strong families and deep friendships. And who loves Kentucky back? For more than 70 years, nobody has loved Kentucky like Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB takes care of Kentucky's houses, cars, families, and communities. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. KFB loves KY.
Come see me, Joe Myers, at 106 Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or call me at 670-3093.
A lot of new jerseys coming into the ball game for the Scotties on offense here. It looks like Nick Mitchell is the new running back. Tanner Abernathy, the new quarterback. Tanner, a 6'1", 165 sophomore. Mitchell, a 5'10", 200-pound sophomore. Two wideouts each way. Abernathy handles a bit of a high snap, gives to Mitchell. He's hit immediately and dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 4 yards back to the 49-yard line.
Number 54, Evan Roby on the stop.
Second and 14, Scotties. That's the Bardstown 49-yard line. Glasgow has pretty much dominated throughout this ball game, got out to a 14-0 lead, and now lead 48-9. Flint in motion. They pitch it forward to him, and Canarius going to be hit in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss.
22, I think, made the tackle.
Back to the 44 of Glasgow. Third down and 19 for the Scotties.
Tyrell Cutler on the stop.
$1:45 remaining in the third quarter. Late night for the folks here in Bardstown, of course, on Eastern time. This game didn't get started till 8 o'clock Eastern. 10:18 up here. Abernathy going to throw. It'll be caught over there on the right side. And that making the catch there is Denzel Wood. He'll be stopped well shy of the first down. He does get it back into Bardstown territory to the 47.
Tackled by number 11, Cavante Mason.
1:05 to go in the third. Scotties, I think, will send in the punting unit, or maybe not. I don't know.
I think they're going to go for it.
They are. Fourth down and 12 for Glasgow at the Bardstown 47. Again, Glasgow with a very comfortable lead, 48-9. Running clock in effect here. And Scotty's just going to let the play clock run down, and then they may punt it away.
Yep.
Delay game penalty against.
Delay game offense. The penalty's 5 yards. We'll replay 4. The clock will run.
5 yards.
Clock does not stop running.
10 seconds.
And Scotties can just let this clock run out if they want to inside of 10 seconds.
That is the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter of play. So when we come back, the Scotties will punt it away, but Glasgow has a 48-9 lead over Bardstown after 3. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
He can boot that football.
Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
Back here in Bardstown for the start of the fourth quarter. Should be a quick one. Running clock in effect here. Glasgow with a big lead, 48-9. Scotties are going to start this quarter by punting the ball away. Dalvin Smith in to kick it away. Ball finally blown ready for play, and here we go. A good snap. Dalvin gets it off a mile high, and Bardstown will let it bounce at the 18, take the Glasgow roll to the 10. 38-yard punt for Dalvin Smith with no return as the Tigers take over at their own 10. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. The stats through three quarters, Glasgow with 13 first downs to Bardstown's 10. Scotties with 258 yards rushing, 202 passing, a total of 460. Bardstown 76 yards rushing, 138 passing, a total of 214. Tigers have turned it over 4 times. Scotties with 1 turnover on the night. We'll look at the rest of the stats after this play from Bardstown. Clark in at quarterback, puts Logan in motion underneath and hands it off to him on a sweep to the right side. Trying to turn the corner, and the Scotty defense played it beautifully. They would not let him get to the corner. They strung it out and made the tackle for a loss. Loss of 1, back to the 9, second down and 11. The rest of those stats through 3 quarters, Scotty's penalized 13 times for 109 yards, Bardstown 6 for 37. Glasgow 38 offensive plays have had the ball 15 minutes and 3 seconds. Bardstown 57 offensive plays have had it 20 minutes, 57 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the carry for Logan around the left side this time. Again, the Scotty defense bottles him up pretty good, but he does end up getting 5 yards on the play out to the 14. It'll be 3rd down and 6. 10:25 remaining in the ball game. Third and 6 here for the Tigers. Clark with a back on each side of him. A wide out each way. Clark snaps it with 5 on the play clock. He'll throw on a slant pattern to the right side. It's incomplete. Denzel Wood there on the coverage for the Scotties. Intended that time for Gray Clark. It'll be 4th down and 6, and here comes the punting unit for the Tigers. With 9:35 to go. Bardstown running a player onto the field late. Tigers in no hurry to snap it here as they're going to let the play clock run down. They snap it with 6 on the clock. A wobbly punt off the foot of Riney. It'll take a nice Bardstown roll, though, and will go out of bounds right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Punt of 36 yards. no return. 8:45 to go in the game. So Scotty's about to go to 2-0 with wins over Russellville and Bardstown, and they will next week be back at home against Fort Campbell at Hank Roy Stadium. Fort Campbell got a win in their season opener over Marshall County last week. I don't know what they've done this week. 3 wideouts to the left side, a single wide out to the near side. Abernathy in shotgun, Mitchell the running back, and the snap through his hands. It's a little bit high. Tanner tracks it down. He's just going to try to run for what he can, and he slides down just shy of the 40-yard line. A loss of 10 yards to the 40. Second down 20. 7:40 to go now. Here comes Scotty's to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts each way. Comes a man in motion to the near side. That's Flint. They fake the handoff to him, and we get a whistle. We have another penalty on the Scotty.
Prior to the snap, dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5 yards, 2.
Again, the clock continuing to run through all of this with the running clock in effect. Again, that rule is, if you're not familiar with it, once you have at least a 36-point lead at any point in the ball game, the clock will run pretty much continuously. It'll stop for timeouts. I think it stops after touchdowns. Not much else.
Out of bounds.
No, it does not stop for out of bounds. No, sir. 2 receivers each way. Abernathy will give it off to Mitchell. Nick turns the corner around the left side. He gets it back up to the original line of scrimmage around the 50 before being shoved out of bounds.
Looks like number 18 for Bardstown. Been finding Isaac Kaiser.
Scotties have now rushed the ball tonight as a team 25 times for 249 yards. And they've thrown for 202 yards on the night. 3rd down and 10, right at midfield. Here comes a man in motion. That's Canarius Flint underneath. Abernathy on a quarterback sweep around the right side, trying to avoid a man in the backfield, and they will sling him down by the jersey. Tanner couldn't get away.
Looks like number 32, Jeffrey Yoakum. First hit of the night.
Loss of 8 back to the 42-yard line. 4th down and 18 coming up. 5.5 minutes to go. Scotty's on top 48-9. Glasgow started the game with a 14-0 lead. That was with 6:33 to go in the first quarter. At halftime, Glasgow led 34-9. Bardstown scored right before the half. Scotty scored on their opening possession in the third quarter to make it 41-9, and they got another touchdown to make it 48-9 with 5:57 to go in the third quarter. And now delay of game called on the Scotties. Scotties have intentionally taken a couple of delay of game penalties here on 4th down in the last couple of possessions. Who is that in there punting? Can't catch the number. Not Dalvin Smith. Looks like it may be Jamari Haskins who punts it away, and the catch or the punt field at the 32-yard line. Bardstown tries to reverse, but that was ill-fated, as it was Gray Clark who fielded the punt and then tried to give it off to Will Logan on a reverse, and Scotty's not fooled at all. 4:10 remaining in the ball game as Bardstown will take over. First down and 10 at its own 28, I believe. No, 26. 26 yards. A 30-yard punt for Jamari Haskins. Loss of about 5 on the return. Clark with the back on each side. He'll hand it off to one of those backs. That is Elijah Rogers around the right end. And he gets short yardage, if anything at all. I think they're going to say no gain.
Tackled by number 22, Max Wilson.
Second down 10. At the Bardstown 27. Clark in shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield with him. They'll give it off. That's Logan trying to get to the corner. He's got the 30. Breaks the tackle at the 34. Powers his way ahead over the 35 up to near the 38-yard line. And I believe he'll have a Bardstown first down.
Tackled by number 34, Xavier Thierry.
It is a 10-yard pickup for Logan and a first down for Bardstown at their own 38-yard line. 2:45 remaining. Glasgow leading 48-9. Clark, again a back on each side of him. Gives it off to Logan. Sweeps to the right side this time. And nowhere to go. Nothing but white shirts there to meet him. It'll be a loss.
17, Canarius Flint.
Logan drops back at the 34-yard line, so a loss of 4 yards. Second down 14. 2:05 to go. A wide out and a wing back on each side of the formation. Now the 2 wing backs trade sides. Here comes Logan in motion, and he gets the handoff on a sweep to the left side, and the Scotties bottle it up pretty good again. He did get positive yardage up to about the 39-yard line.
Number 77, Caleb Driver, and number 25, Mason Bragg on the stop.
Third down 10, 1:20 to play. Bardstown at its own 39-yard line. Clark has the snap. On play action, looking to throw, has a man wide open. Bardstown catches Glasgow sleeping here. It's caught at the 35, 25, 20, and down to the 13-yard line.
Tackled by number 35, Noah Wilson.
Jarrell Montgomery made the catch. A 48-yard pass play that time from Clark to Montgomery. First and 10, Bardstown at the Glasgow 13. Right around 30 seconds remaining in the game. Logan gets the handoff to the right side. Trying to get to the corner. Now reverses field, comes back to the left side. Logan still on his feet at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and dragged down, and a flag comes out at the end of the play. Somebody may have grabbed a face mask, and now another flag comes
Looks
out
like
late.
The shoulder pads. 25, Mason Bragg on the stop.
Now, either way, the clock should run out right here because the clock does not stop. Oh, he did stop it? 7 seconds to go. Why did they stop the clock? I know, but why did the official stop the clock? Why not? They can let it run out while I'm talking. It's a running clock, right, Coach?
I think the referee right now wishes that hadn't been called.
I guarantee you. Here's David Simpson.
Multiple fouls on the play. During the play, we've got a personal foul, face mask, defense. We have a dead ball, personal foul, offense. We'll go half distance, then we'll go back 15. I'm going to start the clock on my whistle.
Start the clock on his whistle, he says, guys.
10 seconds. Clock will start on the official's whistle.
7 seconds to go. So this certainly should be the final play of the night. Bardstown at the Glasgow 18-yard line as they try to make the score a little bit closer. Scotty's lead 48-9. And Bardstown's not even going to try to run a play. That'll be the end of the football game. A terrific performance by this Glasgow football team. Have to overlook the penalties a little bit again. 15 penalties in Oslo Scotties for 117 yards. In both games this season so far have been penalized for more than 100 yards, but both have resulted in wins. Tonight, a big win over Bardstown, 48-9. As Glasgow now 2-0 on the year, Bardstown falling to 0-2. We'll come back in a moment and look at the final stats. We'll hear from head coach Jeff Garman, and we'll name our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty player of the game as well. 48-9, Glasgow wins it over Bardstown here on the road. We're back after this on WCOD Sports.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your favorite team has been practicing, and now it's time to play some football. SCRTC has been practicing too, and we're ready to score some points with you. Call SCRTC about adding the sports package to your TV during the football season, or upgrade your SCRTC internet so you'll never miss an update on your team. And now's the time to add SCRTC phone features so you can recap the game with your friends. SCRTC has been strong for over 60 years, and we're still your home team.
Joe Myers, Coach Goy Meadows, and Bruce Trevue back here with you at Bardstown, where the Scotties pick up a 48-9 victory here on the road to go to 2-0 on the year. We'll take a look at the final stats here. We'll start with our drive chart as both teams punted on their opening possessions after going 3 and out. Scotties would get on the board with 9:05 to go in the first quarter as they capped a 3-play, 80-yard drive that took a minute and 5 seconds with a 75-yard touchdown run for Dalvin Smith. Noah Howard adds the extra point for a 7-0 Glasgow lead. Bardstown would throw an interception on their next possession. It was picked off by Dante Oates, and that set the Scotties up at the Bardstown 38-yard line. 3 plays later, it was a 35-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Jaden Franklin. The extra point good for Noah Howard for a 14-0 Glasgow lead. The two teams would trade punts, and then Bardstown would get on the board for the first time with 17 seconds to go in the opening quarter as they get a 23-yard field goal from Trey Riney to make it 14-3. Glasgow then would score on the final play of the first quarter as sophomore Tanner Abernathy took the ensuing kickoff back to the end zone, 85 yards for the score. The extra point, however, failed, and it was 20-3 Glasgow at the end of the first period. Bardstown punted on its first possession of the second quarter. Glasgow fumbled on its first possession of the second period. After another Bardstown punt, the Scotties got the football back at their own 9-yard line with 5:48 to go. Dalvin Smith finds the end zone on the first play of the drive, a 91-yard touchdown run for the senior quarterback. The extra point good for Noah Howard to make it 27-3 Scotties with 5:48 to go in the half. Another Bardstown punt saw Glasgow get the football back at its own 30-yard line. This time just 2 plays, 70 yards, 28 seconds, a 68-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy. The extra point good for Noah Howard for a 34-3 Glasgow lead with 3:24 to go in the half. Bardstown got its only touchdown of the night with 27 seconds to go in the second period. After taking over at their own 30-yard line, they drive 11 plays in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. 32-yard touchdown run for Jeremiah Odom was the scoring play. The extra point was no good. Left Glasgow with a 34-9 lead. And then the Scotties took a knee in the half. Bardstown got the opening kick of the third quarter, took over at their own 10-yard line, but Dalvin Smith picked off a Bardstown pass after the Tigers had driven inside the Glasgow 20-yard line. Smith gets the interception to end the threat, and then 6 plays later, Glasgow was in the end zone again, an 81-yard drive that took 1 minute 52 seconds. This time it was an 18-yard touchdown run for Silverio Rescantelio. Noah Howard again adds the extra point for a 41-9 Glasgow lead with 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Bardstown then fumbled the ensuing kickoff for their 4th turnover of the night, and the Scotties would take over at the Bardstown 23-yard line. 4 plays later, 50 seconds later, it was an 18-yard touchdown pass from Dalvin Smith to Griffin Murphy. Howard's extra point was again good for a 48-9 lead with 5:57 to go in the third quarter, and that set the running clock into motion. Bardstown again would throw an interception on its next possession. This one picked off by junior Ryan Jones, and that set Glasgow up at the Bardstown 45-yard line. However, at that point, the Scotties put in some of the younger kids and didn't do a whole lot on offense the rest of the night. Matter of fact, the teams traded a couple of punts, and then Bardstown had the time run out on them on their final possession down inside the Glasgow 30-yard line. So again, the final score 48-9. Scotty's a winner here on the road at Bardstown. We'll turn things over to Coach Coy Meadows, and he'll look at the tackle chart for us. Coach?
Okay, tackle chart for the Bardstown Tigers. Jeremy Henson had 2 stops on the night. Cavante Mason 1. Isaac Kaiser had 3 with a fumble recovery. Tyrell Cutler led the Tigers with 7 stops. Elijah Rogers had 4 stops. Lamar Payne 1, Jeffrey Yoakum 1, Jay Wren Tone 2, Jared Bruner 2, Evan Roby 2, and I had 1 tackle that was uncharted. For the Glasgow Scotties, Ryan Jones had 4 stops and an interception. Thad Dowd had two tackles. Jalen Shirley with 3. Alvin Smith had 1 tackle. He had a pass deflection and a pass interception. Tanner Abernathy had 2 stops. He also had a sack. Jaden Franklin had 1 tackle. Gavin Bird had a sack and 6 tackles. Canarius Flint had 1 tackle. Max Wilson had 1 tackle. Denzel Wood had a pass breakup. Mason Bragg had 2 hits. Nick Mitchell, 1 tackle with a pass breakup. Dontavius Oaks had a pass breakup and 1 tackle. Silverio Rescantelio had 5 tackles. Xavier Ferrara had 1 tackle. And Noah Wilson, 1 tackle. Trey Francis had 2. Darian Johnson with 1. Connor Cassidy had 2. Aurelius Rescantelio had 5. Caleb Driver had 1, and Chase Jones had 3 tackles. Scotties played very well on defense, played well on offense with the exception of the penalties, and it looks like it was complete domination for the Glasgow Scotties tonight.
Bruce, you ready to roll?
Yeah, thank you there. As they told you, the score is 48-9 tonight in favor of Glasgow over Bardstown. Bardstown had 12 first downs. The Scotties was only 13. The Tigers had 91 yards on the ground, 202 through the air for a total of 293. Scotties 241 on the ground, 202 through the air for a total of 443. 4 turnovers for the Tigers. They've had a fumble, lost 1, had 3 interceptions. Glasgow put it on the ground 3 times. We only lost 1 of those. Bardstown was penalized 8 times for 57 yards. Glasgow 15 for 117 yards. Bardstown ran 67 offensive plays for 36 minutes and 17 seconds. Glasgow ran 35 plays for 11 minutes and 43 seconds. Individually for the game, Bardstown leading rusher was Will Logan with 48 yards on 14 carries, had a long of 10. Jeremiah Odom had 7 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown. He had a long of 32. Lamar Payne, 3 carries for 11 yards. Tyrell Cutler, 1 carry for 2 yards. Elijah Rogers, 1 carry for no yards. And Brady Clark, 2 carries for a -7. Brady Clark was 11 of 28 for 186 yards. He had threw 2 interceptions. Montrez Rayleigh was 0 for 3 with 1 interception. Their leading receiver was Montrez Raley with 71 yards on 4 catches. Elijah Rogers had 56 yards on 3 catches. Jarrell Montgomery had that 48-yarder late there in the game. That's his only catch. Kamari Phillips, 2 catches for 9 yards, and Craig Clark had 1 catch for 2 yards. Trey Riney punted 6 times for 228 yards, 38-yard average with a long of 45. For the Scotties, Dalvin Smith, big night all around for Dalvin. I don't think we'll have a problem picking our player of the game, Joe. 190 yards on 8 carries and 2 touchdowns with a long of 91. Silverio Rescantelio had 6 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown, a long of 18. Griffin Murphy carried it once for 27 yards, and Dontavius Oates had 6 carries for 17 yards. Nick Mitchell, 2 carries for 1 yard. Canarius Flint had 1 carry for a -5. And Tabor Abernathy was sacked 2 times for a -18. Dalvin was 8 of 12 passing for 195 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tabor Abernathy was 1 for 1 for 7 yards. Our leading receiver tonight, Griffin Murphy, 139 yards on 4 catches and 2 touchdowns, along with 38. Jaden Franklin had 1 catch for 35 yards and a touchdown. Chris Horn had 2 catches for 21 yards, along with 15. And Denzel Wood had 1 catch for 7 yards. Dalvin Smith punted 3 times for 100 yards. That's a 33-yard average, along with 38. And Jamari Haskins had 1 punt there late in the game for 30 yards. So the Scotties moved to 2-0, Joe, with the victory here tonight, 48-9 over the Bardstown Tigers. Bardstown usually a very formidable opponent, but they're very young, play a lot of young players. Started a few seniors early, but after they weren't moving the football, they just went and started trying to develop some younger players as a lot of freshmen and sophomores played, and the Scotties able to pick up a big victory here tonight.
All right, Bruce, thank you very much. As we have now been joined by Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman as his ball club wins it big over Bardstown, 48-9 the final score. Jeff, boy, I tell you what, a terrific first half of your ball club. You look at the first half numbers, you outgained them 343 to 130. What can you say about your senior quarterback, Dalvin Smith? Pretty good coming out party for him here tonight, wasn't it?
I thought he did a better job this week than we had some run opportunities, and I knew going into the game there were some looks that we had that we thought we could get Dalvin out on the corner. And you can just see how fast he is and how elusive he is. I mean, and it's good to see that. I mean, Dalvin's been out, and to see him have success. I liked how he threw the ball tonight. I liked our whole game. We just got to clean up some penalties. We're getting some holding calls that, that we got to battle through. And I think it's our offensive linemen a lot of times working and fighting and scratching and clawing and trying to hang in there. And sometimes I think you just got to let them go. And but that's something we continue to work on. And we just want to be a complete football team, offensively and defensively. And, and the feedback that I'm getting from the first 2 games, both coaches that we played, that, we're playing a physical style of football that I like, and that's what we want to do.
Dalvin, just to give his numbers again, 8 of 12 through the air, 195 yards, 3 touchdowns. He rushes 8 times for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, had a long run of 91, and big plays were kind of the theme of the night. Jeff, we saw this Bardstown team give up some big plays against Spencer County last week, and you guys were able to kind of do the same thing to them.
Well, I mean, how they were playing that 4-4, and I said all along, defensively, I thought they were a little better up front. That second tier they had was pretty good, I thought. They stunted a lot in the middle of the night. It was tough to run up inside, but we were able to get out on the edge and be able to make some plays. And I thought, Jaden made a nice catch, nice play. We got Murphy out there and got him the ball some tonight. He was able to showcase some of his speed and his skills. Thought Chris Horn had a nice play over here on the sideline. He caught a stop route. He dropped the touchdown, but that's part of it. But, that guy came up there and hit Chris pretty good. And he's showing me a little more toughness. He's showing me, Chris has really come a long way, Horn, and I'm really, really, really proud of it.
Let's go back to Griffin Murphy. He had a big night too, Jeff. 4 catches, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. He even carried the ball 1 time for 27 yards. He's just such a weapon with his speed, isn't he?
We got to get him the football, and he's got to get his touches, and we've got to get Jaden his touches, and we need Chris is athletic. we've got a lot of weapons I think we can use on the offensive front. You know, our running game, as far as our running back goes, you know, we're a little bit shyer tonight. Like I said, the zones and the traps inside, they were really taking that away from us. So when they do that, we've got to look to some other areas, and we were able to. But I thought I saw Dalvin mature just a little bit, go 8 for 12 for 195. That's a really good percentage. And, you know, he threw 1 mile out there that one time, and played most of the second half. And most of the half of the second half, his contact fell out, and he only had one lens in. Really proud of him. Really proud of our effort. I thought our offense really showed up tonight, and all around just a good ball game.
And the defense, Jeff, creates 4 turnovers tonight, too. 3 of those being interceptions, one by Dante Oates, one by Dalvin Smith, and then one by Ryan Jones there late in the ball game.
And that was the plan. We just stayed back. And, you know, we knew they had a really good receiver in Montez Rayleigh, and I'm telling you, he's as good as advertised. I mean, he made some nice plays. I thought their quarterback made some good throws. One nice one over on our sideline. He threw a corner route over there, the timing route, and just really, really nice. But did a good job. They executed the way we wanted, and thought Ryan made a really good play there when he was in there breaking on the ball and getting an interception. So a lot of good things are happening. We got to continue to work, and we've got to continue to keep our head down and just keep plugging, and we got to get better, and we got to get better each week, and certain phases of our game have to improve.
Jeff, congratulations on the win. You guys have a safe trip back. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning on Ask the Coach.
Thank you, Jeff.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman, his ball club winning it big on the road here over the Bardstown Tigers by a final score of 48-9. We'll come back in a moment and tell you about our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty Player of the Game. We're back after this on WCLD Sports.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Back here at Bardstown High School to wrap things up, let's tell you about our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty Player of the Game tonight, and it is Dalvin Smith. The senior quarterback had a monster game. He goes 8 of 12 through the air for 195 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So Dalvin now with 6 touchdowns in the first 2 ball games and yet to throw a pick. Dalvin tonight also runs only 8 times for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing, and a long carry of 91 yards. So Dalvin Smith, our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Scotty Player of the Game, and that is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers. When we get off the air here, you can catch up to date on scores and interviews from around the state of Kentucky with the Kentucky High School Football Scoreboard Show with Rick Shaw and his crew. That'll be on the air on both 1490 and Light 102.3 until 11 o'clock tonight, so please stay tuned for that. Also, join us for Ask the Coach tomorrow morning on 1490 WCLD. We'll sit down and talk with Coach Garman at length about tonight's big victory over Bardstown. Denny Brand will also sit down with Barron County head coach Jackson Arnett as they'll discuss their game tonight at Allen County Scottsville, which ended up being a win for ACS. We'll get you that final score again real quick here. The final score in that one was Allen County with a 48-7 victory over the Trojans. Our next broadcast will come at you next Friday night. Scotties will be back at home at the friendly confines of Hank Roy Stadium, and the Fort Campbell Eagles will come calling on the Scotties. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff time. Our broadcast will be on the air. Is it the Falcons? Fort Campbell Falcons will come calling. Our kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Our game pregame coverage will get underway at 6:30 on Light 102.3, 1490 WCLU, and on the website at WCLUradio.com. Again, the final score here tonight, Glasgow wins big over Bardstown here on the road, 48-9. Scotty's now 2-0 on the year. Bardstown falling to 0-2. We do want to thank Coach Coy Meadows for helping us out the first couple of ball games here. Larry Alexander has been out of town and could not help us with the broadcast, but appreciate Coach Meadows stepping in and filling in admirably, as he always does. Appreciate his help. But Larry will be back with us next week at home against Fort Campbell. So now for Coach Coy Meadows and Brewster View, I'm Joe Myers. Again, the final score, 48-9, Glasgow over Bardstown here in Bardstown, Kentucky. Thanks for listening, everybody.
High school sports on WCLU, a Glasgow Scotty tradition, would not be possible without the help of these fine sponsors: Colton Steakhouse, the Electric Plant Board, HVAC Services, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers, Kuzma Family Dentistry, McDonald's of Glasgow, South Central Rural Telephone, and South Central Bank. Thanks for listening to WCLU, and go Scotties!
AM and FM down in Morganfield, one of our original 12 radio stations that went on the air with us 17 years ago. They won tonight. Union County wins over Marion County by the score of 49-21. Coach Atkins, every time I look down this scoreboard, I see that Wayne County game. That's a big win for Wayne County tonight.
Wayne County was at home tonight, Rick. Pulaski County travels to Wayne County, and the Cardinals of Wayne County come out on top. I tell you what, a good win, good way to start the season for Wayne County down there.
And that's in
Monticello,
one of our affiliates, WFLW-AM, listening down in the Monticello area. And you're going to have Coach Sean Thompson on in the next hour, and he's got to be excited. That's a huge win for Wayne County, defeating Pulaski County 29-27. Let's see what else we have. Trinity wins over Warren Central out of Indianapolis by the score 42-41. Wow, what a game that was.
Close game.
Yep. Here's a big rivalry. Thomas Nelson and Nelson County. They split up a few years ago. Thomas Nelson 37, Nelson County 13. That's a
big win.
Big rivalry. Southwestern shuts out Dunbar tonight by the score 50-0. And, Coach, I saw 68 points put up by Hancock County tonight.
Yep.
Wow. Well, we've got 1 hour in the books. We've got a whole hour to go. We'll get you up to date on what you love the most, high school sports across the state of Kentucky. In the next hour, Butch Cope will be joining us from the KHSAA talking about officiating. And Coach Jay Fallon from Owensboro will be on with us, as well as Coach Sean Thompson, Wayne County. You are listening for the 17th year to the Kentucky High School Scoreboard Radio and Online Network.
I chose Audubell. I chose Audubell.
I chose Audubell for my hearing aid.
I chose Audubell as well. Hi, this is Rick Shaw. Being on the radio for many years, I wore headsets, and eventually I have lost some hearing in my left ear. I chose Audubell. They are a locally owned Kentucky company and have been helping Kentuckians hear better since 1962. Audubell has 7 locations in Lexington, Frankfort, Richmond, Moorhead, Winchester, Somerset, and London. To find the closest location to you, call 859-559-0555 or online at Audubell, Kentucky.
I chose Audubell.
I chose Audubell.
I chose Audubell for my hearing aid.
For a free hearing evaluation, call 859-559-0555 or online at Audubell, Kentucky. Are you worried about retirement? This is Rick Shaw. I'm here today with Kevin Metzler, founder and CEO of the Family Wealth Group, a financial advisory firm created exclusively for retirees and those about to retire. Kevin, I understand that you are sponsoring a special retirement workshop dinner at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Tuesday, August the 29th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, August 31st at 6 p.m. Can you tell us about these events?
Sure, Rick. Retirees are facing great uncertainty right now in the stock market, on their tax returns, and in healthcare expenses. This workshop is all about having a more secure retirement, taking less risk, paying less tax, and about removing uncertainties and replacing them with stability and predictability.
A dinner at one of Louisville's finest restaurants and important information about retirement. Kevin, is there a cost?
Nope. Rick, dinner is on me, and you need to call for reservations right away.
Call 502-749-1439 or online KentuckyRetiresHere.com.
a local radio service of Royce Radio Incorporated. This is WCLU Glasgow.
Well, we're going to officially dub this a fall preview. Really fantastic weather through this weekend. It's not until early next week that thunderstorms return to our forecast. High pressure north of Kentucky, giving us some very fine weather. Temperatures in the mid-50s tonight. We'll be in the low 80s for tomorrow, and sunshine Saturday and Sunday with high temps in the low to mid-80s. Nighttime lows in the 50s and 60s. It's really not until Monday, Tuesday that we see thunder showers back in our forecast here. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
It's 65 degrees at WCLU.
No matter the size, every house is built one nail at a time. Enter the construction loan zone at South Central Bank and take the stress out of getting your new home under roof. The zone's interest rate of 2.99% and an APR of 3.62% includes a processing fee of only $500. A $300,000 loan with a 12-month term has 11 interest payments of approximately $381 and a 12th payment of approximately $300,381. This example does not include costs for appraisal, title search, etc., nor does it include taxes and insurance that may apply. Contact Owen Lambert, Janelle Pettigo, or Jennifer Payne to find out more about the Construction Loan Zone. It'll take you through to the final nail. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The news you depend on. Live and local news. WCLU News. Depend on it.
About the Henry Clay game and Ryle game. They tweeted that out to us in an overtime. Ryle defeated Henry Clay tonight, 34-28 in overtime. It doesn't come up on mine, Rick. You might have it on yours.
Well, I'm looking it up here. We've got it somewhere. You can tweet us.
Yes.
And be very easy when you tweet us. The only thing, you can tweet us on Twitter at KYHS Scoreboard. KYHS Scoreboard. You can tweet us there. And I think, Garrett, you're tweeting out some stuff, aren't you?
We're taking care of the Twitter machine tonight. Yes, sir.
All right. Garrett Gabehart has returned to join us, one of our people that we've launched a lot of careers on this show. And Garrett is the next one. But thanks for tuning in tonight. And, Coach, by golly, what a night we're having. I see that Kentucky Country Day knocked off Walton Verona tonight, 21-20.
Tough game. Walton Verona has been playing well, and, Rick, last year in the playoffs, and Kentucky Country Day this year is ranked up there in their classification this year. So,
they are. Coach, we got a couple of minutes. Bring us up to date on some of the latest football scores.
All right. East Carter down Lewis County tonight, 28-8. Conner defeated Boone County 21-13. Clinton County beat Fulton County tonight 38-8. Christian Academy of Louisville 33, Eastern 9. Central down in Louisville 13, Western 12 in a close game. Caldwell County beat Graves County tonight 27-10. Bell County downed Letcher County Central 28-7. Beechwood downed Lloyd Memorial tonight 35-14. And Ashland Blazer beat Raceland, big game up in northeastern Kentucky there, 14-0. Rick, Fleming County down to Mason County tonight, 18-14 there and up in Mason County. George Rogers Clark beat Harrison County 50-6, and Henderson County beat Evansville North 21-3.
All right, and the people in Madisonville on WTTL AM, our affiliate on 1310 AM, it's got to be happy tonight.
Yes.
Madisonville North Hopkins defeated Marshall County 42-29. What a game.
And remember, Todd Hamilton last week was talking about Marshall County. Thought they were a very good football team.
Yes.
Madisonville North Hopkins took care of business tonight.
Yeah, went to Marshall County. And won that game. Metcalfe County wins over Hart County tonight, 46-13. Murray comes away with a win over Callaway County by the score 42-19. Here's something that's turning into a rivalry. Newport Central Catholic 29, Cooper 7. So some big games across the state of Kentucky tonight, and we'll be reporting in this hour on all the games across
Just got
the
a
state.
score right now, if you don't mind. Douglas 49 beats Tate's Creek 22.
Whoa. Frederick Douglass' first win. Congratulations to
What a comeback.
Frederick Douglass, to the Broncos.
They are the Stallions.
No, Broncos.
Oh, they changed
The
it?
name was the Broncos now. Yeah, the student body changed it. They're the Broncos.
Oh, okay. All right.
So.
All right, coming up, Butch Cope's going to talk to us about officiating. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Kentucky High School School Board Radio and online network.
I chose Audubell. I chose Audubell.
I chose Audubell for my hearing aid.
I chose Audubell as well. Hi, this is Rick Shaw. Being on the radio for many years, I wore headsets, and eventually I have lost some hearing in my left ear. I chose Audubell. They are a locally owned Kentucky company and have been helping Kentuckians hear better since 1962. Audubell has 7 locations in Lexington, Frankfort, Richmond, Moorhead, Winchester, Somerset, and London. To find the closest location to you, call 859-559-0555 or online at Audubell, Kentucky.
I chose Audubell.
I chose Audubell.
I chose Audibel for my hearing aid.
Helping you hear well, Audibel.
For a free hearing evaluation, call 859-559-0555 or online at Audibel, Kentucky. Are you worried about retirement? This is Rick Shaw. I'm here today with Kevin Metzler, founder and CEO of the Family Wealth Group, a financial advisory firm created exclusively for retirees and those about to retire. Kevin, I understand that you are sponsoring a special retirement workshop dinner at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Tuesday, August the 29th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, August 31st at 6 p.m. Can you tell us about these events?
Sure, Rick. Retirees are facing great uncertainty right now in the stock market, on their tax returns, and in healthcare expenses. This workshop is all about having a more secure retirement, taking less risk, paying less tax, and about removing uncertainties and replacing them with stability and predictability.
A dinner at one of Louisville's finest restaurants and important information about retirement. Kevin, is there a cost?
Nope. Rick, dinner is on me, and you need to call for reservations right away.
Call 502-749-1439 or online KentuckyRetiresHere.com.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Kentucky. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. They're so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the Kentucky High School Scoreboard Radio and online network. We're heard on over 40 radio and online stations across the state of Kentucky. And joining us now from the KHSAA is Butch Cope, Associate Commissioner and Supervisor of Officials. Butch, you recently, in July, the KHSAA hosted Officiate Kentucky Day in Louisville in conjunction with the NASO Conference and welcomed over 700 officials to Louisville. Can you tell us a little bit about that conference and its purpose?
Absolutely. We had actually 720 officials that made it in, and what it was a day. We had individual breakouts on specific sports for the volleyball officials, the football officials, basketball umpires, etc. But it was more also a globally thing, things that are consistent across the board in officiating, whether it's preventative officiating, qualities and traits of a superior official, or even how to deal with parents and fans and coaches. And we also recognized our Outstanding Official of the Year Awards nominees as well.
Butch, there's been a lot of talk nationally about officiating, both in terms of shortage in numbers and the way the officials are treated by fans, you alluded to. How have these issues impacted the KHSAA?
Well, fortunately, in Kentucky, our numbers have pretty much leveled. Where we are, what we're seeing, the ones that we're losing potentially are the new ones that might be thrust into situations and not necessarily ready to be put in situations where they're dealing with coaches and fans. So that training element of it, we're trying to improve. So we're not really at a shortage yet, but we see it across the country. I think we just did a national survey, and we got back from that survey that 40% of our officials feel unsafe when they go out to officiate our contests like that. So we've got to do a better job on the game management aspect.
Butch, for our listeners interested in giving back to their communities and their sport, tell us about the process to register and become an official.
It's very simple. It's online, and once you pay the licensing fee, then we send you the rule books that you can study. Then there is a test that they have to complete. They have to get a certain score and able to officiate. They have to complete an online rules clinic. Then they go and contact their local association and their signer, and then they have local meetings that they do further trainings as well, and then usually start them in working, the middle school games and freshman and JV games, and get feedback and everything on that.
When you mention online, is that your website?
Yes, it's on khsa.org, and there's a tab on there that's officials information, and you just follow the clicks from there.
We're talking with Butch Cope, Associate Commissioner of the KHSAA. You will host an annual HYPE Student Leadership Conferences next week in Lexington and Louisville. Talk a little bit about the purpose of the conferences and the goal in hosting these events.
We take a group of students annually to the National Student Leadership Summit. These students then come back and serve as our committee, and they advise us on putting together a one-day conference where schools can come in, and we've got a team-building exercise that they'll go through, a breakout. They've also got an exercise on games leaders play, stuff they can go back and use with their soccer teams or in their school in general. And then we've got a social media element, that breakout session that they'll go through as well. So it's really to kind of give them ideas of about things and activities that they can then go back and utilize at the local level.
Butch, thank you for taking time to be with us tonight. You guys do a great job, and keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. You too, Rick.
All right, that brings you up to date. What's happening at the Kentucky High School Athletic Association? Coach Atkins, I'm looking ahead to tomorrow. There's some pretty big games tomorrow.
I tell you what, Rick, there's some good matchups. South Warren takes on Warren Central tomorrow down Bowling Green at Western Kentucky, and then Warren East and Greenwood play each other. That's kind of like a doubleheader, 5 and 8 o'clock game.
Right.
Then Knox Central takes on Danville at Corbin, and Alcoa, Tennessee will take Corbin. Will play Corbin. That's a 5:30 and 7:45 at the Cumberland Falls Pigskin Bowl. And then at 4 o'clock in Owensboro, Davies County takes on Evansville Memorial. And then Owensboro, in the second of the doubleheader, plays Evansville Matre D'. Those games are at 4 and 6:30, and that's in the Independence Bank Border Bowl. That's a nice little title, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
And then up in the Pike County Bowl tomorrow, you have Pike County Central plays Shelby Valley, and Pikeville plays Lexington Christian tomorrow. That's at the 6 and 8 o'clock games. And then over in Paris, Rick, Frankfort takes on Grant County at 6 o'clock in the Plan B Apparel Bourbon Bowl. And then in the 8 o'clock game, you have Frankfort taking on Grant County. That was in the first game. And then Owen County taking on Bourbon County in the second game at 8:15. Then in the Rebel Bowl down at Boyle County, Mercer County plays Franklin County at 5 o'clock, and takes on Boyle County at 8 o'clock. And then in two just regular season games, you got Covington Holy Cross taking on Goshen, Ohio, and Greenup County playing Russell in a big game tomorrow.
All right. There was a nice news released this week by Bob Gardner, Executive Director of the National Federation of State High School Association, and Julian Tackett, Commissioner of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. They talked about Friday nights.
Yes.
Tailgates, pep rallies, Friday night lights. The new school year is here, and research shows that being a student athlete is a lot more than fun and games. It really brings the communities together, and it's a fun time. And there's a lot, as Donnie was saying, there's a lot of games tomorrow. So get out and support your favorite team. It's high school sports. It does a great job of keeping kids active and involved. Coming up, we're going to go to Owensboro and talk to Coach Jay Fallon of the Owensboro Red Devils. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Kentucky High School Scoreboard Radio and Online Network.
Join Jeff Christian, internationally known expert on energy efficiency, August 31st at the TJ Health Pavilion for a free program on tips and ideas to help you save electric energy and your dollars. Mr. Christian is a past director and building research engineer for Oak Ridge National Laboratory and was energy consultant on the ABC TV show Extreme Makeover. 2 sessions will be held. One is from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. and repeated from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. The Glasgow City Bus will be running a special route that day for those who need transportation with pickups at 7 shelter bus stops throughout the city, beginning at 1 p.m. and again at 5 p.m. and returning to the shelters immediately following the sessions. Or if you're a Glasgow EPB Electric customer and are unable to use the bus service, you may call 270-659-3508 no later than noon on the 31st to request transportation. Plan now to attend one of these informational sessions August 31st.
Your Glasgow and Munfordville McDonald's is now hiring. Starting crew up to $9.25 an hour. You can apply at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453. McDonald's has added some new benefits too. $100 bonus after 100 days employed and $100 referral bonus. Other great benefits include college tuition assistance, flexible schedule, and 401k. Apply today at mcdonalds.com/careers or text apply to 36453.
Kuzma kicks this one deep, right in the end zone.
Yeah, he can boot that football. Kuzma able to get it away. Boy, that's a beauty.
That was Drew Kuzma, the Glasgow Scotty, working hard on the gridiron. Now, Dr. Drew is back in Glasgow at Kuzma Family Dentistry, working hard to meet all your family's dental needs, serving kids and adults in the Glasgow-Barron County area. Call for your next appointment with Dr. Drew or Dr. Mark Kuzma at 270-651-2638, 501 West Main Street, Glasgow.
Kuzma gets a 70-yard punt.
We're back at it again. Wes Royce in the studio with Bobby Lee Hurt. Bobby, what's up today, bud?
I tell you what, Wes, everything's really good. Beautiful day out. We're having a good time.
Well, that's good to hear. And, of course, school's back in session. And if you hadn't figured it out already, moms, dads, you need an SUV. Bobby Lee's got plenty of SUVs. What all do you have?
Wes just got in a 2015 Ford Escape loaded with extras, backup camera, got it all for just $15,900. 2011 Acura MDX, really sharp ride as well, and it's priced for only $14,900. Got a 2013 Chevy Equinox, small SUV, backup camera as well, only $12,900. And a 2014 Toyota RAV4, a really popular car, just for $15,900.
Well, they've got all kinds of SUVs, all different sizes, and the price is just right down at Hurt Auto Sales, West Main Street in Glasgow. Back to school, fall break coming up. You got to have an SUV, and Bobby Lee at Hurt Auto Sales is the man to see. That's Hurt Auto Sales, West Main in Glasgow.
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
1490 WCLU, proud to be your hometown radio station.
Is already up on the podcast.
In case you missed it, you can go on and check it out on the WEP podcast section.
Excuse me, I'm going to go listen to it.
All right, go ahead.
You all go ahead and finish this hour. We've got a whole lot of time to go here, and we're going to go to the Coaches Hotline, brought to you by Audubell Hearing Centers of Kentucky, one of our fine sponsors. They've been helping Kentuckians hear well since 1962. After the age of 55, you should have your hearing checked once a year. Hearing tests are free at Audubell Hearing Centers, and you can go online, search Audubell, Kentucky to find the closest location to you. And Coach Atkins, you got the fine coach of Owensboro High School, Coach Jay Fallon, on the hotline. Bring him in.
Coach Fallon, how are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you guys tonight?
Good. Coach Jay, we appreciate you joining us tonight, staying up a little late. But I know you didn't play tonight, but I'm sure you were out scouting somebody.
Still here, actually. Owensboro Catholic is playing host to Evansville Rights. I just stepped away from the game for just a minute to talk to you guys.
Well, we appreciate that, Coach. We don't want to take you away too long, but we do want to talk to you about.
Totally glad to be here.
Talk to you about your team a little bit. You had a big win last week against Madisonville North Hopkins. Tell us about your team, Jay.
We're significantly younger than we've been in years past, but a very talented group of kids that are working hard and coming together fast. We've got a new quarterback under center, junior Zeke Brown. He runs our triple option attack very effectively for us. Our strength on the offensive side of the ball is definitely our offensive line. We've got a large and athletic veteran group of guys up front. They make holes for us. They communicate well, and they execute their assignments very well. Defensively, we're also very strong up front. We've got young linebackers, but they're coming along nicely. And in the secondary, we're very athletic. We feel that's a real strength for us. So across the board, we're playing a lot of sophomores right now, so we're young, but we feel like by the end of the season we can be a very good football team.
Rick and I were just talking earlier about the game tomorrow that you all have. It's called the Border Bowl. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, Independence Bank Border Bowl. And the way it works is all four of the local Owensboro teams play host to 4 Evansville teams from just across the bridge here in Evansville, Indiana. It's a great, top-notch event. There's a doubleheader here at Owensboro Catholic's home field tonight, and tomorrow we'll have a doubleheader over at our place.
We're talking with Coach Jay Fallon of Owensboro, and you're talking about your Independence Bank Border Bowl. And we're heard on WLME, the 102.7, The Game. Coach, how many years has this Independence Bank Bowl been going on? And it has to be a big event down in that area.
Oh, it's a huge event. Actually, just revived this year. It's been on a hiatus for the last 5 seasons or so. But from 2000 to 2010 was a huge event. Went away for a few years, and we're very excited to be bringing it back this year. It's a top-notch event. Independence Bank and the administrations of the 4 schools do a great job hosting it, and it's just a great event for both communities.
Well, it gives everybody in the community to a chance. Now, Jay, will you all go over there and play next year, or will it always come to Owensboro?
No, we will next year. That's right. We'll go over to the 4 Owensboro schools. We'll go over to 2 venues in Evansville next year, and hopefully we'll keep this thing rolling for years to come on a back-and-forth basis.
Well, I tell you what, I know it's great for both communities down there, for Evansville and Owensboro to go back and forth like that, and creates that rivalry. And I know you're looking forward to playing Mater Dei tomorrow. How do they look?
They're always a good team. Coach Gable has been at Mater Dei for almost 20 years. He's an excellent coach, and they're very disciplined. They are trying to settle in their quarterback role. They played a couple of guys last week, and they played a super athletic team out of St. Louis, Lutheran North High School. But they did some really good things. They're very solid on the defensive side of the ball and fundamental. They bring a lot of pressures and stunts. We're going to have to be really solid up front, communicate really well as an offensive line to pick up those stunts and pressures. But they will play hard and execute the game plan.
Well, Jay, I tell you what, it's always great talking to you. We appreciate your time tonight, and we hope you have best of luck tomorrow, and I'm sure we will talk to you later on during the year when it comes playoff time.
I look forward to it, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Coach Jay Fallon of Owensboro, and what a fun day that will be tomorrow. I mean,
it'll be, yeah.
If you like high school sports, boy, that's a
show up at Owensboro's field.
Yeah,
Red Devil Field.
Going to be something. I see there is our 3rd overtime game tonight. Washington County defeated Bethlehem 29-22 in overtime. So we've had 3
overtime games, and 3. Did we have 3 last week or 2?
I can't remember, but it was there was a couple of them.
We're going to start counting like we did in basketball.
I still got that sheet somewhere. And I thought I'm going to hold on to that because it's that basketball season. I don't know if anybody has kept. Is Oscar Combs out there listening? He probably would.
Oscar might have something.
Might have something to do with that. And we had a bunch of overtime games during the regular season. Got into the tournament.
Yes.
And had very few. I mean that.